Okay, I have been released. Not bad typing all that with one hand, right? Oh my gosh, thank you for being a member for 11 months, Rain. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, let's get to this, shall we? So the first thing you're going to notice about Power Wash Sim, there's no menu music. At all. There's nothing there. Alrighty. Well, yeah, like I said, I just kind of changed up my plans today because it was like, yeah, I got everything planned for the demo stream, but it was just like, man, I don't know if I have the energy for that today. You know, sometimes it just be like that. So instead, what I think I'm gonna do, I've actually played this like quite a bit, but on my personal Steam account. So it's a clean save on my stream account. So let's just hop into career, do a bit of silly cleaning stuff, and I don't know, probably just yap for a few hours. Hope that's cool with you guys. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Life is just weird sometimes. Like, you can, like, start a day, like, feeling perfectly great, and then, like, you know, as it comes time for you to do things, it's just like, man, I don't know if I can. Just a lot of frustrating stuff today where I'm just like, you know, I kind of got into that, I guess, like, brain space for a second where I was like, do I even want to do anything? And I was like, no, I do, because I usually feel better mentally, even if it's not a particularly good day, you know, after streaming for a bit. As, I don't know, I enjoy it. Even when it's something like, you know, difficult or maybe a little frustrating, sometimes I do still enjoy it. Then again, you know, I just like spending time with you guys. Assuming, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, like I said, I just got in like a really weird headspace, and I'm like, I don't think I have the energy to be interesting for 5 hours. I just don't. I just don't. Power Wash your save file. Well, I mean, technically, it's on a whole other account. Will you guys ever know what my personal Steam account is? No. No, you will not. I mean, there's like, you know, there's a couple of like, I guess my online friends that, you know, were friends with me before I ever started streaming, so they probably, you know, they know, but I also know who they are, so, you know, if anything like that gets leaked, I know who I'm going after. It sounds like a threat, and it should, because it is. Oh, man. But yeah, like I said, I don't know, just a lot of weird mental stuff going on lately. Especially, like, you know, not great for, like, a couple weeks there, just, I guess, having the sensation all over again of, like, having a cyber stalker again, which is like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's super great. That's super great. Yeah, wonderful. That was definitely my favorite time of my life, was having a cyber stalker. So, it seems like they're gone for now, which is fantastic, and I hope it stays that way, but like, holy crap, man. Some people just do not take no for an answer, unfortunately. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm alright. I'm alright. Like I said, that, you know, that's kind of past at this point, but like, while it was still fresh, boy, did that weigh on me pretty heavily. Because the last time I had one, it was for years, so that was fantastic. So I guess, you know, if anybody's ever wondered, I guess, like, why I keep so many, I guess, like, barriers in between, like, you know, myself and you guys, or just, you know, I don't know, like, people that I stream with and stuff like that, that's why. Stuff like that is why. I'm just like, you know what, I already had this experience for years, I would like to not ever have another one. And not that I don't, like, think you guys are mostly chill and stuff like that, but, you know, there's always those bad apples that ruin the bunch. And you never know who that's gonna be, so best thing you can do is just be careful. just the best thing you can do is just be careful. Oh, hey. Hey, welcome, Raiders. Sorry, I was actually, like, looking away and just kind of, you know, locked in on what I was doing. Hey, Sky, how's it going? How's it going? Oh, shit. I actually saw what you were playing earlier, and I've already forgotten what it was. Shit, was it Silk Song? You were playing Silk Song today? It is. Okay, I just saw Mediachi's message. I swear I didn't copy your homework there, bro. Sorry about that. But yeah, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in. I had originally planned on doing some demos today, but I just, you know, man, I just don't have the energy for it. I just don't. But I didn't want to, like, not do anything, you know? Never noticed? It's okay. I mean, like I said, you know, I don't really talk about that kind of stuff very much because I try not to make it anybody else's problem. Let's see. Where else have I missed? What have I missed? Oh, the backs of the mirrors. Okay, I'm dumb. Unless that one's already done? It is. Okay, hold on. I think it's this. Okay, so we got bumpers, doors. So one of the doors. Wait, most of the windows? Really? I've only done like 1 out of 4 of the windows? No way. That's crazy. Damn, those windows are stubborn. Stubborn. Okay. And then there's that one. That's the bumper. Good deal. I keep pushing the wrong button. I'll get it right one of these days. Anyway, but yeah. Lacking compared to the first game. Was it? Like, you just didn't think it was as good, or like, what do you mean? Oh my gosh, the back windows, of course. Okay, well, you know, that makes more sense. I don't think I spent as much time back here. Got a dirty, dirty back end here. There we go. That's one window. That's the other one. Oh, wow. Okay, that door is being really stubborn. Okay, all right, cool. Yippee! And then you get a fun little time lapse every time we do one. But yeah, those windows are like really, really stubborn as far as like the dirt not wanting to come off. But that's cool. That's cool. Oh yeah, this one. I remember doing this one. But I'm glad you had a good time regardless. I have yet to play Hollow Knight or Silk Song. Which, you know, of course, I'm gonna play the original Hollow Knight before I play Silk Song. Unless it would be really funny to just play Silk Song first. It could be. Because I kind of feel like it's one of those games where, like, they expect you to know what you're doing already. But I don't know. Maybe it could be really funny just trying to just jump in there having no clue what I'm doing at all. I think it could be comedy. I think it could be. Alright. There we go. Looks good. Alright. Hey, Fair. How are you? Hope you're having a good day today. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm having a bad day. I think I'm just having, like, a weird mental day, if that makes sense. I think that's just kind of where I'm at. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of weird, because it's not like I'm faking having a good time at all, like, or I guess, like, being kind of bubbly. I feel like that's pretty normal. But also, I don't know. I feel like I'm one of those people that, like, in real life, I'm just, like, quieter. Maybe I'm just a bit less confident. Maybe I'm just a bit less confident than, you know, than I am when I'm, like, just, you know, just kind of chilling out here. It's a bit different, you know? It's a bit different. It's a bit different. Doing well, but a bit tired. Yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya. I'm definitely in just kind of like that mentally tired space. Just been, you know, like a lot going on, like a lot of things I've been trying to do as far as like anniversary prep and stuff like that, and I'm just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm thinking about like taking like a, I guess like a short little break. I guess like before anniversary. So I can really just kind of like, I don't know, focus on, I guess, like diverting that mental energy all into one space. Instead of kind of, you know, having to, I guess, kind of like spread it around like I have been. Because, I think, okay, I think one of the bad things, about me being like neurodivergent is, I don't know if anybody else like feels this. I don't know if anybody else feels this, but like, whenever I have something planned for a day, and it's anywhere like near that time, like anywhere between like, I don't know, what, 3 and 4 hours till then, my brain goes into this thing called like waiting mode, where it's just like, I don't feel like I can start on or do anything, because it's like, if I do that, then I'm gonna lose track of time, and then I'm gonna be late to the thing. So it's like, I don't know, my brain just gets into this weird space where it's like, no, you can't do anything. You've got this thing in a few hours. You're gonna be late if you do that. So, you know, it does make it a bit harder to get things done than I would like to admit. And I don't know, when there's like a lot of stuff as far as like projects I want to work on or like skills I want to work on, it's really hard to just kind of like push through that. Like, it's not that I can't, it's just really difficult sometimes. And it feels like it ends up taking like so much more energy than it needs to. Because I'm also like one of those people where it feels like I take longer than some people like to learn new skills and things like that. Because I don't know, I try to be like super thorough about things as far as like, you know, I guess like researching like, you know, best methods, like, I don't know, things I need to take into account, like stuff like that. Like, I do so much research that takes me forever to even actually start stuff. So it's just like, it's a whole thing, you know? It's a whole thing. And it makes the process like so much more frustrating than it feels like it needs to be. So I don't know if that's relatable. I don't know if that's relatable for you guys or not, but that's kind of where I'm at. So, I mean, like, people that have been around for a while, you probably have that sensation of just like, yeah, I know that you said you've been like working on like this and this, but it's been like a really long time. Are you sure you're good? And the answer is, yeah, I will be eventually. The answer is I will be eventually, but for right now, shit's hard, man. Trying to level up that skill. Yes, or it'll go back to being stuck. Yeah, honestly. And that's another thing too, is that I tend to commit things to memory by, I guess, just like doing them over and over again until they're just stuck there. If I learn something new and then I just don't use it again for a bit, and sometimes like that time period is as short as like a couple of days. Like, I even go that long, and then it's like I go to do it again and I'm like, wait, shit, how do I do that again? So it's, you know, like I said, it's a whole thing trying to, I guess, just like work around how my brain works. In which, I don't know, I really hate it. Like, I hate that it takes me so long to do things. It's super frustrating. And I'm sure, like, I don't know, I'm sure that people that are potentially waiting on me to do certain things, like, they get excited about them at first, and then they're like, oh, wait, well, it's her, so it's probably not going to be this year. And it's just like, I don't know. I hate it. I feel like I'm being flaky. Like, it's not intentional by any means. It's just, I don't know. I have that perfectionist mindset where it's like, if in my brain I look at something that I'm doing, even if it's for the first time, and it's like, well, I could do this better. There is no, I'll do it better next time. It's no, I need to do it better right now. Like, there are so many things I've been working on that I just, you know, completely scrapped and started over again. Like, gosh, how many times now? I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. It's just, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. I know people say, like, you know, don't worry about it being perfect, like, just have fun with the process. I'm like, yeah, that's great advice. Like, it really is. And I appreciate it. It's just, I don't feel like my brain works that way. And that's a very, very difficult obstacle to get around. It's very difficult. You're refrained from ask. I mean, it's okay. It's okay to ask. It is. Like, you're not stressing me out by asking about things. It's just, it's one of those things where I'm just like, yeah, damn it, I know. Totally haven't left Persona recording to the last minute. Well, see, that's why I give reminders too, you know? That's why I give reminders too. But I don't know, I also think that, you know, taking like a short break like before anniversary would give me like a really, really good opportunity to, I guess, just, you know, really focus on cleaning up, I guess, like some of the songs that I was planning on doing for that I'm still just like, it's just not quite right. Like, it sounds fine, but it's just not quite right, you know? Besides, I'm gonna need a lot of stamina for that. I'm gonna need a lot of stamina, because that is gonna be a long session. That and, I don't know, I guess with last year's anniversary plans kind of being ruined a bit because, you know, I was having, I guess, like that vocal strain issue. I'm really worried about accidentally ending up in that spot again, and I really don't want to, because I would really hate to disappoint for a second year in a row. And like, you guys can, you know, I know you guys are like nice like that. You're gonna be like, oh no, we're not disappointed and stuff like that, but like, come on, let's get real for a second. Even if you're not disappointed, I'm disappointed. Oh, gosh. Easy little week to unwind after a big day. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But no, like I said, I was thinking about either just going like very light scheduling on like the 2 weeks leading up to anniversary. Like there's a couple things that I definitely still want to do. Like I still want to do fish stuff. I still want to do that. I do still want to plan a movie night for, you know, one weekend sometime this month. And yeah, like I said, beyond that, I think pretty much just, you know, focusing on prepping for anniversary is probably what I should be doing. I had originally thought about you're disappointed that I'm disappointed. Well, damn it, now we're both disappointed. We can't have that. We can't have that. That's terrible. That's terrible. But yeah, no, I think just, yeah, I had kind of been considering at first, doing a donathon for anniversary, mostly because there's something that I'd really, really like to, I guess, like, get commissioned that I think would open up, like, some interesting, you know, some interesting content ideas that I've had just rattling around in my brain for a really long time. But I don't know about doing it for my anniversary. I'm thinking about pushing that back to my birthday this year instead. Yeah, I think I will probably do that. I think I'll probably just, you know, just focus on, I guess, just like doing some fun stuff for anniversary and, you know, just having a good time. Not that I don't have a good time even when, you know, I'm planning like big stuff. It's just, I don't know. It feels like there's a little bit more pressure on, you know? Like, hey, our pressure washer here. But yeah, I mean, you know, I do have a good time, like, you know, pretty much no matter what I'm doing on stream, like, that's my main goal to begin with. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, I want to do stuff that you guys are gonna find fun too, but I don't know, I also just want to, you know, do stuff that I think would be interesting for myself. My main goal has always been, you know, to have fun. So that's always like the first thing I think about when it comes to, you know, when it comes to like content ideas. I'm like, would this be fun for me to do? And most of the time the answer is yes. That's the first check, right? And then the second check is, can I make this fun and interesting for other people to watch? And if the answer to that is yes, then hey, we got a good idea. Let's go. If not, then maybe it just needs a little bit more time to cook, you know? Maybe it just needs a little bit more time to cook. Discovering new music? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'd fund silly cringe one-offs that go nowhere. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But no, I totally agree with that, actually, Arturo. I completely agree. And that's why instead of, like, really, like, chasing trends or stuff like that, I just do the stuff that I'm gonna have fun with. So, you know, I'm just kind of, like, doing stuff that I enjoy doing. And then, I don't know, I feel like the people that are going to be attracted by that, or are people that are going to be either, you know, I guess, like, they like my personality maybe, or, you know, or they find the same kind of stuff fun that I do. So it works out either way, you know? It works out either way. But, I am kind of curious, I guess, because I've kind of, you know, I guess, like, floated a couple of the ideas that I would need to get something commissioned for. I've kind of floated them in passing, like, a couple of times. I'm not gonna say when. Because, first of all, I don't expect, you know, everybody to be at every stream. I know y'all are busy and stuff like that. I totally get it. But yeah, there was a couple of ideas that, you know, I've just kind of floated in passing. Just to kind of, you know, see what people thought about them. But I really think they'd be fun to do. But I don't have certain things that I would need for them. If that makes sense. But yeah, I have a pretty good idea of, I guess, like, stuff that I think would be fun to do for anniversary and stuff like that. I don't know, I feel like a couple of them, especially, like, the Persona karaoke, are kind of big ideas, though. And I guess with me actually kind of, like, acting on some of those bigger ideas, maybe that is the time to run it, or maybe it isn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think part of me is just, like, worried because of, like, how things turned out last year. Me not really being able to do, like, half the stuff that I wanted to. Because that was really unfortunate. I always hate that. Like, I hate promising stuff and then under-delivering on things. I really hate that. I hate that so much. It's, like, the worst feeling ever. And it's like, I know you guys aren't gonna hold it against me because, like, you know, we're adults here. Like, you guys realize when something's out of my control, but I think that just makes it even more frustrating. Because, I don't know. I always have that thought where it's like, why are you guys being so nice about it? Damn it! A stream of Darkest Fairy. Oh my god. Neopets is, like, a crazy blast from the past, man. That's crazy. Man, I haven't touched Neopets since, like, holy crap, when was that? I think it was, like, high school. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Neopets, damn, that's a real blast from the past there. It really is. Holy. But that's like one of the standalone games for the Neopets franchise, right? There are people that do everything on their to-do list. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I try to do everything on my to-do list. It doesn't always work out. Matter of fact, oftentimes it doesn't work out. There's plenty of weeks where, I don't know, I think my approach to to-do lists has gotten a little bit more lax over time. Just because, you know, I'm just trying, like, not to stress myself out. Like, is there stuff I want to do? Yes. Do I try to, you know, I don't know, try to treat streaming at least somewhat professionally? Yes. But that doesn't mean I'm trying to stress myself out either. But no, there's plenty of weeks where I'll, like, make a list of, like, stuff that I would like to do. Like, there's the stuff that, like, I would like to do, and then there's the stuff I would need to do. So I kind of have those into, like, different categories. And pretty much the way I treat it is, as long as I get everything done on my need-to-do list, then I'm doing pretty good. Like, would it be nice to get some stuff done from my, would like to do list? Absolutely. And sometimes I do, which is great, but doesn't always work out that way. So I think kind of like separating them into, I guess, like those two different categories has definitely helped me out a lot. Never let my to-do list look at the to-do list. That's so true. That's so true. But no, I have like a nice little writing pad that, it's just pretty much like weekly to-dos. Like, you can put things on like certain days if you want to. But what I do is I just kind of like use the writing space to just make like a general one. So, I mean, that's kind of what works for me. And especially like now that I'm done with, like physical therapy and stuff like that, like not having to go to those appointments anymore, which, oh my gosh. That is like, I can't even begin to express how happy I am about that. It's not that I don't still need to, I guess, like do some of like the physical work and stuff like that. Because I do need to, but, at least I don't have to, drive an hour there and back every morning. So that is very nice to not have to do that anymore. But yeah, so, I mean, I can just kind of do those like whenever, like in my spare time. I think my main thing is there's always so many, I guess, like roadblocks between like me and doing the recording that I would like to do. And there's, there are plenty of times when I do get, some progress made, but then it's just like, God. Like I was telling you guys last Tuesday, I think. I had planned to record some stuff after I got back from physical therapy, but then even though it was raining, one of my neighbors decided to mow their lawn. So I'm just like, bro, why? Like, why would you do that? It's just one of those things where it's like, okay, that just feels like a personal attack now. But I mean, I guess all that to say that I'm trying. I'm not intentionally, I guess, like being so flaky on like the stuff that I tell you guys that I'm working on or that I want to do. It just takes me a really long time. Especially if it's my first time doing something, then it's just like, oh my gosh. I get kind of obsessive, I guess, about, about doing like beforehand research and stuff like that. And then, this is gonna feel so weird to say, because I know that, you guys pretty much had like nothing but like positive feedback about my previous karaoke session. But holy crap, I wish I had realized before I guess getting started with that my mic settings were messed up. Because I feel like just every sort of potentially nasally noise I could have made while singing, it was there. And I could not unhear it. And I was just like, okay, wow, this is unusable to me. Oh, man. And like I said, I really do appreciate you guys being kind. It's one of those things where I'm so much more critical of myself than I feel like any of you guys could ever be. I feel like I'm so much more critical than you guys could ever be. And I'm just like, I listened back through that and I'm just like, oh my God. Oh, the embarrassment. Oh, Jesus. And it's just like, okay. For like a minute there, my brain's just like, all right, we need to just disappear. We need to disappear. We've got to disappear, change our names, move to another country. No one will ever find us. It'll be fine. And, I don't know. I guess just like having to get over that a bit and just, I don't know, kind of level with myself where it's like, the singing itself was better. You are definitely making improvements. It's just, holy crap, your mic settings were the wrongest wrong. Oh, gosh. Never expected to hear professional singing when it's just for fun. Yeah, I get that, but I don't know. Singing is one of those things that I have been passionate about since I was a kid, but never really got the chance to, I guess, like, really explore that, until adulthood. So it's something that, while it is very fun, yes, it definitely is, it's a lot more fun when I feel like I did it well. Because again, it's that perfectionism talking, you know? It's that perfectionism. And this isn't meant as like any kind of a call out. Like, I'm not like, oh my god, why did you guys tell me I did well if I didn't? It's more like just, I feel like I see things differently than you guys do. And that's okay. And that's okay. That's fine. But oh my gosh. Yeah, it was very, very frustrating. just means that you weren't drunk enough. Well, see, that's the thing. I actually don't drink. I can't because of medications that I'm on. Like if I drink with like those medications, I could literally die. So yeah, let's try not to have that happen, you know? That would kind of kill the vibes a bit, I think. Oh my gosh, this lattice is such a pain in the ass. Holy crap. I'm actually remembering, because like when I played POWERWASH Sim, I guess on like my personal account, I was playing with like a friend or two, and I think my friends that I was playing with did this lattice part, and boy, I did not understand why it was taking them so long, but now I do. Yeah, it would be a bit of a problem. It sure would. It sure would. Would have to be better than you, which is impossible because our vocal ranges are different. I mean, vocal range is not, it's not a measure of skill, you know? It's not a measure of skill. Like, sometimes people just, like, have, like, a naturally bigger or smaller range. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think where the skill comes in is being able to work with that range. Like, you know, find songs that, you know, that complement your range or that work well in it. Or that you feel confident that you can do a pretty good rendition of, you know, even if it is, I guess, kind of like changing the original, you know, the original key and stuff like that. That's actually like part of why I use, not sponsored by the way, I use Carafun for, like my karaoke streams. Because, yeah, especially, like, with the songs that they have, you know, available on there, there's a built-in feature that, like, lets you change key and stuff like that. Like, you know, pitch it up or down, stuff like that, so you can work with it better, and I think that's super cool. I think that's super cool. Most of the time, I don't do that, though. Most of the times, I don't do that, though. Mostly just because it's, you know I have a pretty decent range. And, I don't know, I like to try to challenge myself some. So, is that a weird sentiment to have? Knowing that I will also, beat myself up about it if I do poorly? Yes, but you know what? We're out here, fuck it, we ball. I naturally try to mimic what the singer does. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Oh, hey, no problem, Kuro. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good sleep. But yeah, I don't know. It's a very weird, like, mental dynamic. It's a very, very weird one. Because I also do feel like, you know, especially in, like, my lower tones, they've really expanded, like, so much since I started, you know, first, doing voice lessons. And I think that's super cool. I think that's super cool. But that's also because, I don't know, I tend to push myself a bit. It's like whenever we're, you know, I guess like working on like songs and stuff like that, my coach is always just like, yeah, we should probably like pitch that up a little bit for you. And I'm like, no, I can try it like it is. And she's like, I mean, are you sure? Okay. And, I don't know, it's cool to try to, like, challenge myself a little bit like that, and then maybe it's not so great at first, but then eventually being able to do it. So, like I said, it's a weird sensation, but I do feel like since, you know, actually, like, taking lessons and stuff like that, I mean, I've been in lessons for, gosh, what, November will be 2 years now? Some would say brave, others would say, oh God, make it stop. Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. It's just, it's weird because like I try to be positive. I try to be adventurous about stuff like that. It's really difficult sometimes, you know? Like sometimes you're just not in that proper mental state for it, where it's like, you know, I know I'm gonna try this and it's not gonna sound good and then I'm gonna feel bad about it. So maybe I just don't today. It's like that scene from Road to El Dorado, right? Where it's just like, nope, stars aren't lined up properly. Not today. The stars not lined up. Not today. And I don't know. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna stop scheduling stuff, because I'm not. Mostly because, you know, I respect y'all's time. So being able to, at least for the most part, let you guys know what we're doing ahead of time, and then just kind of, you know, working with what you've got that day. I think that's the way to go about it. But boy, I will definitely say that there's some times where like the day comes up for something and I'm like, oh, you know, I had wanted to do this when I scheduled it, but now I'm just like, ooh, should I? It's kind of like the same way with getting anything done though, you know? Like some days you just don't have the mental energy for it. And I think being able to acknowledge and know your limitations is also good. Like that's also a skill, you know? Like some people would tell you that, you know, that's I guess like a lack of skill, or that you're quitting, that's quitter talk, whatever. I don't think it is. I think I think being able to recognize that you're not at your best on a given day, and, you know, like sometimes that's just gonna mean just saying not today, sorry. But I don't know, I'm stubborn. I'm really stubborn. Mercury's in retrograde, can't do it, true. Yeah, kind of like that. But yeah, I don't want you guys to take that as like, you know, oh, she's decided she just doesn't want to do this thing anymore. Because it's not that. It's not that. Like I said, I think it's more just trying to be able to listen to myself more and recognize when I'm not, you know, when I'm just not feeling something that day. So I also do think that, you know, that helps with just streams in general a lot too. Because like, do I think that with so much stuff on my mind today, I'd really be, you know, as like bubbly or interesting as I usually am for demo streams? No, I don't think so. I mean, most of the time, actually all the time, there has never been a day where I did not feel better mentally after streaming than I did before starting. Like, if I'm already having a good day, then it's just, you know, it's just great, you know? It's just great. But even if I'm having a bad day, if I do decide to stream, I always end up feeling better than I did when I started. So that's, you know, like I said, definitely not saying that I'm making myself stream if I don't want to. Because I'm not. I'm here because I want to be. And that is going to continue being the case, pretty much in perpetuity. Because, like, I don't know. I don't really see myself getting tired of doing this. Like, pretty much, it's like I think about it. Because, like, I know that happens with, like, a lot of people. But it's like, I just don't see it. I just don't see it for myself. So it's just, you know, I do think that is helpful to know, I guess. That no matter what, like, frustrations I'm expressing in the moment, it's, you know, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here until it stops being fun. Which I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Alito tomorrow, Nyx. That's so true. Sometimes it does feel that way. Sometimes it does. But I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Because I know that's, I mean, I guess that's something that happens with, you know, a lot of like performers and stuff like that, where it's just like, you know, they get to a point where they just can't do it anymore. And honestly, I think that even if I didn't have people watching, like even, you know, even if I just stayed like super tiny forever, I think as long as I'm still having fun with what I'm doing, I'm not going anywhere. So, you know, I don't want people to feel pressured or anything about, oh, I have to be there, she's gonna quit. No, that's not how it works. Like I said, I'm too stubborn. Probably for my own good, but you know what? We out here. Okay, cool. So that one's done. I think all the chairs are done. Let's see. Little fake it till you make it. Yeah, sometimes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, sometimes I go into things where I'm like, just, man, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really feeling it today. And then, you know, I get in and I get started, and then it's great, and I have a great time. So, I mean, like I said, I guess just knowing that about myself definitely stops me from, you know, being like, well, maybe I just shouldn't do stuff today. It's like, but you'll feel better if you do. It's like, yeah, you're not wrong about that. Steal a bank for the donut. I mean, should I tell you guys what I'd be using the funds for if I did do Donathon? Maybe I should, because like I said, I either wanna do it for anniversary or I wanna do for my birthday. So it would be sometime this year regardless. You wouldn't steal a bank. I sure would. You underestimate my power. Yes? Well, I would like to get a 3D model. I would like to get a 3D model. That's what I was thinking about doing Donathon stuff for. And I guess for like the couple of ideas that I had, there was a game I played a little while back called Talented. Yeah, there was a game I played a little while back called Talented. One of the ideas I had was when you're in like the battle phase of that, you use like, you know, up, down, left, right for your for like your controls and stuff, like where you're shooting and things like that. I think doing that in 3D with a dance pad would be super fun. I think it would also be a little bit ridiculous, which makes it even better to me. So, yeah, like I said, just some ideas that I had like that. Yeah, some ideas that I had like that would really only work with that. It's like, I don't know, it just wouldn't be as entertaining in 2D, you know? It just wouldn't. So, I don't know, like, stuff like that is definitely, you know, what I would want to do with that. But yeah. Thinking too small, think of all the memes we could make. That's true. Having a 3D model would also up my thumbnail game, like, approximately, like, 400%. Which is, you know, pretty huge gains. That's pretty huge gains. So, I don't know, there's just, like I said, it just kind of opens up, like, a whole new world of, like, stuff that I could do. I feel like some of the ideas I get are, like, creative enough. It's just, you know, I don't really have the tools needed to implement them properly right now. And that's one of the things that I'm, like, referring to. Future karaoke would be cool too. It would, because like I said, whenever I do karaoke, especially if I get like really into a song, I am just all over the place. Like, would it probably be distracting because I'm dancing too much? Yeah, probably, but I also think that could kind of be fun. Usually trying to plan ahead for what you think you can pull off. Yeah, but that's also like what I mean, like, with stuff like that, I've just kind of like shelved those ideas for right now because it's like, yeah, but it's like, it wouldn't be the same, you know, it just wouldn't have that same impact otherwise. So I don't know. Like I said, it's just that's something that I was thinking about. It's something that I was thinking about. Like, could I maybe like think of some like I guess like donathon incentives, because I would want to do those. I have a few ideas for some already. But I think it would be good to, I guess, like hear from others what they think some good incentives would be. Because, you know, that kind of stuff would be like, it would be for you guys, you know? Not to say that I'm, you know, not going to veto anything where I'm like, no, I'd be super uncomfortable with that, so I'm not going to do that. But there is a difference, though, where it's like, I'm not really into that kind of thing myself, but if you guys are, and I think it could be funny, then we'll do it anyway. But, as far as, like, I don't know. I don't want you guys to feel like you're forcing me to do anything. That's basically the whole thing, you know? It's like, I'm agreeing to stuff because I either expressly want to do them, or I'm kind of on the fence, but I think they could be funny. But the hand capture, oh gosh, honestly. Ah, jeez. Yeah, that's fair. It really would. It really would. It really would. I kind of wonder, how long it would take me, I guess, to get the hand tracking just completely break or freak out. That could be a fun test, you know? Just like have like a 3D model yap sesh and just see how long it takes me to completely break the hand tracking. Oh gosh. Yeah, so like I said, you know, it's more than fine to like pitch ideas for stuff, even if you don't necessarily think it's something I'd be into doing. Because again, if I can either like think of a way to make it entertaining, or I think it would be really funny, like I'm still down, you know? But I also think that's why I can't really like pin myself down to like any one type of thing to do. Because I don't know, like I'm down for a lot of stuff. Like there's so many times where I've just had, you know, just a friend just like randomly DM me and be like, "Hey, would you play this with me?" And I'm like, "You know what? That's not normally my kind of game, but yeah, I'm down to clown." Stand-up comedy, man, can you imagine? This is what synchronicity is all about. Hell yeah. Hey, I hope you're getting your cleaning done. That's awesome. Yeah, speaking of yesterday, like, oh my gosh, I did so much dusting. Even with things being like so much better, I guess with my progress with my allergy shots, like, I really need to be remembering to like wear a mask or something when I'm doing any sort of cleaning, because I am still allergic to dust. Like, it's not as bad as it used to be, but I am still allergic. Your stomach is liquefying your inside. What did you do? No, what did you do? Jumping on their friend's back so it looks like they're floating. Oh my gosh. That's funny. That's pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've got like quite a few ideas that I've just been, you know, kind of sitting on for a while, because I didn't really like have means to do them. And it also feels weird, like even running a donathon in the first place. I think that's another thing that I've been like kind of mentally blocked on, where it's like, yeah, I'm not like making anybody do anything, but I also don't want people to feel pressure either. Like, I know times are tough for everybody. I totally get that. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like I would be putting undue pressure on people for asking for something like that. You know, even if it's just like a bit of help. So I don't know, because then I get into that mental spot where it's like, okay, well, like what gives you the right? What makes you so important? And I'm like, well, shit, you right. Oh gosh. I mean, that's the thing though, is that I wouldn't I wouldn't even ask if it was like just for something personal. Like I just wouldn't, you know? Like it would be something that you guys would get something out of too if I ever asked for anything. But even so, like I said, it's just like, well, you know, you're small potatoes, you know? What makes you so important? And it's like, damn, Brain, you're right. You didn't have to be so savage, but you're right. I mean, especially, you know, with like some of you guys being members and like supporting me already. Like it just, I don't know, I feel guilty about it. Is that weird? Is that weird that I feel guilty? I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it is weird, but I don't know. That's just, you know, that's just how my brain works. So silly. It's the brain being a hater as usual. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, like I was telling people earlier, like, I will never have a bigger hater than myself. Probably not anyway. Probably not. Probably not. I will probably never have a bigger hater than myself. But, okay, well, I mean, oh my god. Bro, what are you doing? Thank you, Nike, I appreciate you. Oh, man. See, now I feel like, now my brain is like, okay, like, how did you, like, trick somebody into doing that? Without even actually asking, like, what are you doing? You really are a monster. But no, thank you. Honestly, I really appreciate it. Oh gosh. Well, I'll just have to put that towards that goal, won't I? Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I'll throw that together sometime before anniversary then, and still just, I guess, just like do a lot of the stuff I'd already planned on doing, and then just, you know, just kind of go from there. I think, so a lot of you guys here are members. And if you're on the Discord server, there is a members only section. I'll probably be asking for, I guess, like, insight on, you know, possible, like, donut incentives. Like, I know there's a couple that I definitely want to do. But as far as, like, I don't know, like, what kind of things would you guys even find interesting? Because that is something that it's like, I can think, like, for myself about what I think might go over well. But do I 100% know? No, because I'm not you guys. Only you guys know what you're into. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You didn't trick him. Well, maybe. I don't know. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I didn't expect that to be, I guess, getting that part done. We're 92% complete. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think we've got, like, most stuff done here, which is pretty nice. We'd be able to move on to the next one. How many that would hit in our community? Oh, gosh. Shock therapy to cure imposter syndrome. That's crazy. I feel like for something like that, I would have to, like, I don't know, like, probably get, like, one of my real life friends to, like, just, like, sit here with me. They wouldn't say anything, right? They'd just be sitting here with the button. And, if I say anything bad about myself, they'll shock me. That could be kind of funny, actually. That could actually be pretty funny. Oh, jeez. Be funny to hear in a VC. Yeah, maybe. I could do rock tumbling again. Yes. So weird that you brought that up, actually, because ironically, the reason I haven't done it in a while is because I had some plans to, I guess, like record footage of it to just like show you guys the process and stuff like that. And I just never really could figure out exactly how I wanted to do it, so I just haven't done it. Yeah, but see, this is what happens with me though, is I think really long and hard about like how I want to do things, and if I can't come up with a good answer, then I just sit, you know? Oh gosh. Can't stand the AAA stuff. I mean, that's, you know, honestly, like, there's just so few AAA games that I even, like, care about anymore. I think the last one that I was even interested in was Fantasy Life. Was the latest Fantasy Life game. And I guess, yeah, I mean, normally that would count as, like, AA, I think, but they really did put out the AAA this time, so that's, like, the last thing that I, you know, that I've cared about. But I don't know. I just feel like the indie scene is really, really poppin'. And you know, I like contributing to that. I like experiencing it. Cuz there's just like, I don't know, there's just so many people like acting on like really like interesting ideas and stuff like that. And I really love that. Like you just find so many experiences you're not going to find anywhere else. And I think that's so cool. Level 5 is AAA. Oh yeah, it is. It sure was. Which probably it's actually really sad because I'm probably not buying a game from them like anytime in the next like few years at least. Cause yeah, after Fantasy Life, they seem to have been like going like all in on like generative AI, and I'm just like, ew. Why? Can you not? But no, I mean like there was only like a few select series that I ever even cared about in the first place, and I don't know, I feel like that number is dwindling all the time. Like, especially with, you know, so many, like, AAA companies, like I said, turning to, like, generative AI and stuff like that, where it's just like, dude, stop, come on. Yeah, it's not their choice as developers, and it's more to do with stakeholders. It is, and that's often why, you know, I say things like, you know, I guess adding, like, the C-suites, or, you know, adding executives or shareholders is like the worst thing to happen in the video game industry. Because honestly, like it has been like so many just, you know, decisions that have nothing to do with what the customers actually want, what people actually want to see and stuff like that. It's just, man, it's frustrating. So I think part of that was just, I guess, pivoting to find other things that I could potentially care about. Because, I mean, even with the industry being in the state it's in right now, like, I always have and probably always will, you know, love video games. I think that's just gonna be a part of me, you know, just pretty much forever. I don't see that ending. And, you know, if it's just all these companies are just like turning to just, you know, corporate shareholder slop, then I'll find other things that aren't, you know? It's just kind of how it goes. Let's see. That looks pretty good. Okay, so the birdhouse is all done. The birdhouse stand is all done. Okay. Oh, that's what we got right there. Okay, let's see. Turn to AR just doing really shitty stuff. Yeah, honestly, that's part of like the frustrating thing, you know? It's just like, I don't know. I think that's the thing with like supporting companies to begin with, is like you take that gamble that they're not, you know, gonna get a big head about it and start, you know, doing like AAA company things. Which is, you know, some of the stuff that I was bitching about just a minute ago. Because, I don't know, it's like, when I get into things, I really get into things. So I think being able to, you know, I guess, like, have that peace of mind that I can, you know, in good conscience, like, get into something. without worrying that I'm like supporting something just shitty is nice. And like occasionally that'll come back to bite you, of course, but it's definitely a lot less often. Okay, let's see. What have I not done here so far? Oh, one of the stepping stones wasn't done. Is that it? No, it's not. Okay, retaining walls. What the hell's a retaining wall? Pond rims. Okay, okay. Oh! Flower bed edgings. Wait a minute. Why did I not do that? I did that here. Wait, where? Where did I not do that at? 66% complete? That doesn't feel right. Oh, this one! Oh, shit. Okay. Never mind, I didn't do this. If they could charge $1 per bullet in shooters, they would. That's so real. That's so real. I'm with Grim, though. Please don't give them any ideas. Oh, please don't give them any ideas. Holy shit. Holy crap. Like, that's... Yeah, wow. Okay, let's see. Pond wall. Where's the pond trim? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I guess I didn't do this wall as well as I thought I had. Interesting. Okay, there we go. So that's one. Underside of the patio steps, maybe. The wild part is, like, I could have sworn that I did all this already. But I guess there's just, like, I don't know. I feel like one like, little gripe that I do have with this game is that, like, sometimes there's just, like, the dumbest little spots. It also feels like a bit inconsistent sometimes, right? Because sometimes it feels like you have to, get, like, every little, I guess, like, pixel of dirt off of something, and then sometimes it doesn't. Like, I know we saw it with, like, this roof earlier, where, or this one even, where I got, like, I felt like 2/3 of the way done, and then it just kind of dinged, and it's like, no, you're done, actually. And it's like, oh, okay. All right, I guess. Okay, so we got one fence post left to finish. Let's see, which one is it? Which one is it? Is it you? No, you're the gate. Okay, that post is done. That post is done. That post is done. Oh! Aha. There we go. Yeah, as long as they don't start charging for water. That's so real. Oh my gosh, hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I don't think we've ever met before. Nice to meet you. Yeah, it's so nitpicky sometimes, and then other times it's just like, what? But I wanted to actually finish it. Oh, gosh. But yeah, I don't know. I think one of the things that really makes the brain about this game, so to speak, is that just, I don't know, just watching the very steep transformation, you know? Ooh, do I want to do that? Let's do this one first, and then let's do the house. Ooh, because I don't know. I'm looking at the playground and I'm just like, ooh, I don't know. Do I want to do that run right now? I don't know, man. Let's see. Go out into the shop, perhaps? Maybe? Oh, that's the shop. I meant, okay. Okay. Yeah, let's see what we can get here. It is really nice. Yeah. Just overly happy me for a second. Yeah, that's also something that I would like to rectify, I guess, with like any, you know, any future, I guess, like models and stuff like that, is like, I think that something about like my mouth tracking is like kind of off. And I know it's very funny, but at the same time, I'm just like, I find it embarrassing every time. Because it goes with like my jaw motion, like not actually my mouth motion. So even like, say I were to like pop a piece of candy in my mouth and like chew it with my mouth closed, because my jaw is moving, it would open and close my mouth along with it, make it look like I'm chewing with my mouth open. Which I don't do, because I hate that, actually. I hate when other people do it, so I don't do it. That's also like one of the big reasons why I don't like to eat on stream. All right, let's see. Long extension is good. Soap nozzle's good. I guess I can just buy the other two nozzles. That's fine. Let's do that. Okay. Let's go back out here. Okay. Something to be careful of with 3D, though. Yeah, true. Definitely. But no, I think that's like the one thing that bugs me about my model. That's like the one thing about it where I'm just like, if I could change that myself, I would. It's just like, ooh, you know, I hate it when other people do that, so I don't do that. Mostly just because, you know, I really hate like the mouth sounds from like people eating. I hate that. That's like, if there is one thing that is going to just completely send my brain into like a blind rage with no input, with no actual input from me, it's gonna be stuff like that. Then again, like, I don't know, misophonia is weird, man. What model tracking do I have? I use an iPhone. I use an iPhone for face tracking. I think it's just like I'm not saying my papa did anything wrong, because he didn't. He could never do anything wrong. But I think it's just like with part of the rigging. I've been like kind of like playing around with stuff to see if that's something I could fix, but I have not found a way to do so. So like I said, definitely not, you know, saying nothing against him. I would never. He's fantastic. I love working with him. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those little pet peeves where I noticed it over time and I'm like, I can't unnotice it now. I don't know what to do about this. I like VTube Studio or VBridger. Yeah, I'm using just regular VTube Studio right now. I know that is something that could potentially be fixed with VBridger. That's why, like, I guess, you know, if and when I ever get like another like new outfit or new model, it would be the VBridger support. So I do know that is a fix for it, but it's kind of like, okay, so like for right now, what can I do about that? And the answer is just kind of don't eat on stream. No, VBridger's tracking is actually like way better. I've actually had to mess with that in the past because let's see, my bestie Udidine, her current model uses VBridger. So when we like switched models for April Fool's Day last year, I actually had to learn about how like VBridger works so I could actually use her model. And no, it definitely has like so much potential for, I guess, just like being more expressive, more accurate with like facial expressions and stuff like that. So I do think that's cool. Yeah, you know, let's do this one. It's tough. There's like a lot of small parts, but let's do it. But yeah, does he think he ever might learn it? I have asked him about it. Like we've talked about it previously. So I think that there's a good possibility. I think there's a good possibility that he would at least try. Which is fantastic, because I would love to, you know, just be able to stick with the same person for everything. Because he does my model art and then he also does my rigging. So he does both. But yeah, that is definitely something that I would want. I guess if I ever like got another outfit done, or like, you know, I guess like an updated like live 2D or something like that. That's definitely something I would want. That's like very high on the list, actually. But no, like I said, he's great. He's great. Working with him is fantastic. It definitely works out so good for me, because I feel like whenever I have, you know, worked with him, I had like a general idea of something I wanted, where I had like either just kind of like a vibe or like a few different elements where I'm like, oh, I think this could be really cool and stuff like that, and he's just like built like a whole thing from there. And it's just like, holy crap, you're a magician. You're a damn magician. Crazy how that works. But yeah, no, I mean that is definitely something that I would like to do in the future. But you know, stuff like that's great. And even if I'm not like necessarily, I guess like treating VTubing as a business right now, as far as my finances go, I am trying to get better about, you know, running it that way. So that is something I've had to be a little bit more conscious on. I think like first year I did like all my tallying and stuff like for taxes, and it was just like, oh goodness. Oh jeez. Like I remember, I guess like you know, passing like all my business expenses like over to my accountant like for taxes, and like his eyebrows just kind of went up, and he was just like, okay. And it was just kind of like, yeah, I need to need to chill out a little bit. Haven't jumped in. Oh, haven't jumped in like friends initially suggested. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, I'm having a great time doing things for sure. Like even if it's just, you know, something kind of a bit lower energy and just kind of, you know, just hanging out with you guys and just kind of yapping for a bit while we do something like this. I mean, I still have a great time regardless. That's why I'm still here. Almost 3 years later. Can't believe it's already been almost 3 years. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't know. There's just so many things where it's like, yeah, would it be cool to do something like this? Sure, but it's like, I don't have the budget for that. But I also realize that it's like, you know, not really something to complain about. Because like, let's be real, like a lot of people like don't have the budget for like existing right now. But that's just the economy. Like that's just, you know, that's how stuff is for people. And I hate that. Like I hate that so damn much. Like I'm very privileged to like be in the position that I'm in, where I can, you know, I can just kind of have those moments where it's like, I spent a little too much on, you know, not my job. That is definitely like a very privileged position that I'm in, and I do 100% acknowledge that. But, you know, I also think everybody deserves some joy and whimsy in their lives. And hey, if that's me bringing that for you guys, that's even better for me. That does make me feel better about it, for sure. Even if I don't fly. That's true. Yeah, been almost 3 years. I know, right? It's kind of crazy to think that it's already been that long. But no, like I said, I do definitely, you know, recognize that privilege. All right, let's see here. I should probably actually finish this like rope net thing here before I forget. Because that's a problem that I have, I guess, with this, and it's a me problem, you know, it's a me problem. It's not an anybody else problem. It's a thing where it's like I'll start on something and then I'll notice something like directly nearby where it's like, oh yeah, I I could just, you know, keep going. Like, I could just keep going up this and do pretty much that whole column. Should I do that now? No. I should focus on one thing at a time. That's how things get left behind and not completely done. That's how that happens. I've increased the amount of puns in my life, so that's value added right there. I mean, I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. That means a lot to me. It really does. It really does. That's also why, I don't know, like, I tend to not really ever ask for anything. Because, like, really, like, none of that kind of thing is ever mandatory. I just appreciate that you guys like spending time. That means more than anything else. I think, you know, while I already did enjoy streaming, you know, when no one's watching, like, I don't know. It's so much better when there are people there. You know, whether it's just, you know, you being able to, like, bounce off of for jokes or, you know, not just kind of talking to yourself for a few hours. Because goodness knows I'm going to do that anyway. That's just what I do. Okay, let's see. Am I missing any other pieces to this? Is the car gonna done? It seems like it's done. Interesting. Okay, okay. Well, I hadn't thought that it was, but... That's how you forget your meds 10 times in a row. That's so real. That's so real. I definitely have an easier time remembering my meds on stream days than non-stream days, oddly enough. So I think it just, like, makes me, like, more conscious of the time in general, which is a weird sensation to have because the amount of times where I just completely lose track of time, doing this, that, or the other is, it's kind of nutty. It's a little insane, actually. But yeah, no, it's just like, you know, way easier with active people. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, it 100% is. It 100% is. But, like I said, as, you know, someone who started from scratch, like, it is very important to just kind of, I guess, like, have that ability to just talk to yourself. Even if it's just kind of, like, I guess, like, vocalizing, like, what exactly your plans are for, like, what you're doing. Like, gosh, thinking about it, I guess, like, one of the, like, older Minecraft streams I did, like, part of that, like, when I didn't really have anything, I guess, like, interesting to talk about, what I did instead was just kind of, like, I guess, like, talking through my plan as far as, like, you know, what I was gonna be looking for, like, when I went into the mines, like, what kind of stuff I was going for, what I was planning on building when I got back, stuff like that. So, it's, you know, when I talk to myself, you don't notice the difference. Well, see, that is, I kind of hate using this phrase because I feel like people have, like, co-opted it in some really weird ways, but I feel like that's, like, my neurodivergent superpower. Is, pretty much no matter what I'm doing, there's always that talking to myself element, because it helps, like, keep me on task with stuff that I'm doing, and, I don't know, like, helps me, like, remember things. So it's just something that I do anyway. It's just something I'm gonna do regardless. So it's just kind of like, you know, I guess, like, have those, like, I don't know, early days when it's like, oh yeah, there's like maybe one person here right now and they're, you know, they're busy, so they're just lurking, and it's fine. I'm just gonna talk to myself, whatever, you know? Like, it's always easier having people to talk to, but, you know, like I said, we also have a lot of lurkers. Hello to you guys, by the way. Not calling you out by name, I would never do that. Not that I can even see a viewer list right now anyway, so don't worry, we're safe. For now. But no, we have, like, a lot of people just kind of, you know, stop in here and chill. You know, either putting on, like, background noise while they're doing other stuff, and you know, things like that. And that's totally fine. It's totally fine. I would never pressure people to talk that don't want to. But I don't know. I think that is I think that's like I guess like a hard stumbling block for like a lot of streamers, especially when they're first starting out. Yep. I feel like that's like one of the things that I've, you know, heard like other small streamers like lament the most, where it's just like, oh, it's just so hard to find something to talk about when there's nobody else there. It's just like, yeah, but you gotta. That's how you know, that's how you get people to hang out with you there, you know? Seeing friends find regulars has been nice. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. They caught themselves talking to themselves while off stream. Yeah, I mean, I do that all the time regardless. I just make sure, the thing that I've done, I guess, like, to make sure that I can keep things separate, I guess, and not just, like, die of cringe while I'm by myself, is, I've noticed that, like, I don't really refer to you guys as chat, you know? Like, it's only, like, very occasional that I'll be like, chat? Chat, we gotta talk about this. Because, you know, if I get into the habit of that, I'm gonna do that, like, myself, when I'm talking to myself in real life, and then I'm going to just die of cringe. And then no one will ever find me, because I live alone. And we can't have that. We can't have that. Oh, gosh. You can yap about whatever you want, and whoever joins has to listen. That's true. That's true. Nobody is a captive audience, though. I mean, like, people can come and go as they please. That's always been the case. But that's also, like, you know, one of the main reasons that I chose to stream on YouTube is, you know, because like I said, people are busy. They can't always be there, you know, for the live stream and stuff like that. So I think for people that can watch VODs, is like, you know, not everybody does, because it's like, it's just not the same, and I completely understand. But for the people that would like to, and would like to figure out, I guess, like, what happened last time or something like that, especially for, like, doing a series. I like having the VODs, like, easily available for people. Because, like, I don't have to, like, do any, like, additional work, I guess, for them to be there, for people to find and, you know, go through and reference if they want to. And I think that's nice. I think that's nice. I think it values my time and your time better, personally. All right, let's see. So we got this little cubby hole done. It's pretty nice. The thing about the playground here that really kind of gets me. Oh my gosh. I love how I keep, okay, my clothes keep changing because of my hotkeys. They keep changing because of my hotkeys. So it's like, you know, yeah, using control and like WASD, stuff like that. It's, oh my gosh. I really need to change my hotkeys sometimes. You know, maybe not though. Maybe I'll just leave it because it's funny. Maybe I will just leave it because it's funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's probably something that I would do different if I, you know, had to go back and do it over again. Because I'd pick, like, I guess, like, more obscure sets of hotkeys for things. So it would be less likely that I'm pressing them all the time. Oh, jeez. Let's see. Refer to you guys as my co-conspirators. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. I guess, like, when, I guess, like, deciding on, like, a name for us and stuff like that, it's like, the other word that I found for, like, a group of ravens is an unkindness. And I don't know, I just don't like that. It's just, it's not a vibe, you know? Meanwhile, if you call a group of ravens a conspiracy, that just sounds like a fun secret club. The cops come knocking, I'm denying. Oh, of course, why wouldn't you? That's part of the deal, isn't it? Do I have a stream deck? Yeah, stream deck. I do have that. But I do still have to like set hotkeys. So if I like press the hotkeys on the keyboard regardless, it's still gonna trigger. I just have to make them like more obscure, you know, so it's not gonna be something that I'm gonna be accidentally pressing while playing a game normally. Or, like I said, I could also just leave it because it's kind of funny. Oh gosh. I could just leave it because it's funny. Yeah, if we were in unkindness, then I feel like that was part of the birds. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it just doesn't really make sense, you know? Like I said, it's not a vibe. It's not a vibe at all. Especially, like, you know, if someone that didn't know me saw, like, you know, that raid message, they'd be like, oh, do I need to ban these people? And it's just like, no. That's not the kind of energy I want to give off there. There's a lot of that in the world already regardless. I don't want to contribute to that even accidentally. Not even accidentally. Let's see. Okay. Let's do soap nozzle. Let's do, this is wood, right? Yeah, this is wood. Okay. So that gets rid of that so fast. Sheesh. Good stuff. Okay. I also like the little noise it makes when you do that too. All right. Just get as much as we can done with the couple of bottles that we have. Oh, it ran out. Okay, refill. Think the volume's a little too high? Okay, I can turn that down. No problem. I still have it turned up to +5 decibels from the other day. So let's go ahead and turn that down. Okay, let's do that. But see, thank you. That is the kind of feedback that I really appreciate. Like, you know, the times when I've come back after a hand cam stream and accidentally had the wrong mic on, so it sounded terrible. Not used to seeing the braid without their glasses. Honestly, it's kind of funny that you mentioned that because I guess with what my VTube Studio hotkeys are, I've been accidentally pressing them this entire time while I've been playing. So my outfit and hairstyle and everything have just been kind of swapping all over the place. It's pretty funny. But no, I definitely like the bubbly noise that we get from this. It is very nice. It is very nice. Kept thinking that YouTube was disconnecting. Hey, fair enough. But no, I get it. I mean, especially with like us being adults and stuff, with like our, you know, responsibilities and stuff that we gotta deal with, like, why would you wanna like hang around in a place that's not gonna, I guess, like, that's not gonna make you feel better than you were before you came in, you know? Like, nobody's got time for that. You don't have time for that. Or should I say, ain't nobody got time for that. Usually assume it's something on your end. No, you're good. You're good. For rewards? I mean, maybe. But I don't know. I think just having like a cool community of like people that get along with each other and stuff like that it's really nice, you know? It's really nice. It's really nice. I also think it's like, you know, one of the big things that makes being here worth people's time, you know? Hey Ken, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. I hope you're having a good day today. But yeah, like I said, I didn't really have the energy for demos today, so we're just kind of playing a chill game and just yapping for a while. But I hope you're doing well too. Hope you're having a good day so far. All right, let's see here. Oh, you gotta go, Grim? Okay, all right. Yeah, safe travels. Safe travels as always. See. Okay. So we've pretty much used all our wood cleaners, so we should probably swap back to, I guess, like one of our other better nozzles. I really like the 15. I really like the 15 a lot. There's a couple of different ones, like the 25 and the 40. They reach farther, but they don't really like have like a good mix of power and range that the 15 has. I was still lurking. Okay. Just say, better not be chatting while you're driving. I will bonk you for that. You better be being safe. But no, I really like I think the 15 nozzle is my go-to. When I'm not using soap, of course. Because like soap is definitely great if you have, I guess, like big areas of like one material. But it does still miss some spots. It's a bit hard to be as thorough as I'd like to be with that. That's okay. That's okay. We just take it one area at a time and it'll be fine. See? Ding. Do I have a favorite map? Not really. I haven't completed the whole like career or anything yet. So it's kind of hard to pick one. I would say though that like for, I guess, there's a bunch of free DLCs for this, and I've played some of those. I think the Halloween, like the haunted house one, which of course it's the Halloween themed one. But yeah, I think that one's probably my favorite DLC that I've played. It's just fun, you know? Halloween vibes are just always so fun. Which, you know, of course I would think that, because, like, my birthday's around Halloween. But yeah, I don't know. That whole thing has also been just kind of weird to me, too. Because, I don't know. It's like... It doesn't feel like growing up, like I ever really, like, celebrated birthdays much. It's just... It was just one of those things where it's just, yeah, whatever. It's not really, like, a big deal, you know? But I guess with, like... some of the idol culture aspect of, like, you know, VTubing and stuff like that, it actually, I don't know, it kind of feels like it's actually somewhat important. And I don't know, like, as stressful as that can be, it also kind of feels nice sometimes. I think that's one thing I've, like, struggled with the most, though, is, like, being okay with even temporarily being the center of attention. Because, like, that's just, you know... That's just never really been me, if that makes sense. But also, breaking out of my comfort zone a little bit every now and then means, I guess, learning to be okay with that sometimes. It's been a very interesting experience. It's been a very, very interesting mental experience. Ironic because I'm a chicken. How dare you? Anyway, no, I'm just teasing. But like I said, I don't know. It's been a weird experience, but it hasn't been a bad one. It hasn't been a bad one. I certainly can't complain. Or well, I could, but it wouldn't be genuine. And if I'm gonna complain about something, I'm at least gonna be genuine about it. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's that part right there that I somehow didn't get. I don't know how I didn't get that part, but okay, sure. gotta celebrate you once in a while. I mean, that's the hard part though, right? That's the hard part. Because like we were talking about earlier, it's like, yeah, okay, but like, who are you for people to care? But that's the weird part though. It's just like, I know people do, and it's just like, ah, jeez. I don't know. Brains are weird. Brains are weird. That's about all I can say about it. I think like a big part of that's you know, so far maybe like completely unable to, I guess, like make that part of my brain shut up sometimes is like I can never answer the why. Cuz like even if I do push back on that, and I'm like, no, like people do care. And it's like, yeah, but why? And then I'm just like, oh shit. Oh shit. I don't know why. I don't know. I actually don't know. And I don't know. I think that's what makes it tough sometimes. It's just like I can't control what other people, you know, think or feel or like choose to do with their time. Like I can't control that. So to be able to, I guess, like answer that why is very tough. Is very tough. And even though most of the time, like I don't even really think about that. It's just like, you know, people like being here. It's, you know, it's fine. It's whatever, you know. Sometimes that hater part of my brain finds that very, very important. Trying to hype her up, but she won't have any of it. Exactly. Like, that's just what my brain does. Like, sometimes it's just like, okay, but like, if you can't answer that why, then how do you know? And it's just like, shit. It sounds so dumb, but like, you know, I never claimed to be smart. I never claimed to be smart. I never claimed to make much sense. You know, that's something I just can't guarantee ever. It's like I have my good days sometimes where brain works very, very well. It works with me very, very well. And then some days it's just nope, stars, all wrong. Not today. But I also feel that like that's like, I don't know. I guess like that's like the most like autistic coded, I guess, like way of looking at things. It's just like, well, nope. Conditions just aren't right today. Maybe try again tomorrow. But that part of the brain is very much a constant. Which is really unfortunate, because it's like, man, how much more stuff could I do, potentially, if my brain didn't hate me so much? Ah, jeez. Yeah, just because they want to. Of course. And, like, that's a good enough answer, like, for me. Like, you know, just me as a person. That is good enough for me. Like, I don't need people to, like, justify that. It's just, on those not great mental days, my brain's like, okay, but, like, I need to know why. I need to understand this. Because if you can't say why, then how do we know it's even good? And then it's just like, oh, jeez. That is such a stupid thing, but it makes so much sense. And I hate that. I hate that a lot. It's really frustrating. But yeah, I don't know. Like, sometimes I think, I'm just like, man, how many more things could I potentially do if my brain wasn't just like, no, don't do that. Does not compute. Exactly. That's just like, no. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. That's silly. Why would you say that? You're being silly right now. Honestly, that's that's pretty much me when like people close to me try to hype me up about something. Where they're just like, you know what, you're great. And I'm like, that's silly. You're being silly right now. I think I've legitimately said like those exact words. I've said like those exact words to a close friend pretty recently, actually. And they were just like, you were so frustrated. It's like, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Yes, if my brain wasn't funny, honestly. Honestly. All the things that I could do if I didn't spend so much time overthinking things. Imagine. Or if I didn't spend time underthinking things. That too. That too. Because I wish all I did was overthink. It's not true though. Because yeah, fun fact, I actually kind of wanted to, I guess, like put myself out there and like apply for, I don't know, I guess like a, you know, sometimes like VTubers do like group performances and stuff like that, where they just, you know, do like an open casting call where you can apply for it and stuff like that. I kind of wanted to do that. Except in my brain, I misremembered the deadline. I thought it was tomorrow and it was yesterday. So, oops, I guess I will try again next time. But I don't know. It's just one of those things whenever, because I do tend to overthink so much that whenever I convince myself to be like, it's fine, just relax about it. You got until this date to do it. And then I get it wrong. It's like, that is like the worst possible thing to happen. Because then my brain's like, see? See? This is what happens. And I'm like, damn it, you're right. So, yeah, it's, you know, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, but someday I will get it right. Someday I will get it right. And honestly, like, once I do, oh boy, the internet as a whole better watch out. Like, someday my brain's not gonna hate me and then it's gonna be over for everybody. That's what I like to tell myself, at least. That's what I like to tell myself. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know, something happened and then that happened, then I was just frustrated with myself and it's like, oh, jeez, man. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did not think I could jump that high. Has anybody ever like sat on like playground equipment like this? Like, I'm just kind of like standing on top of like this, you know, thin bar coated with plastic. Like, this can't be safe. This is 1000% like some kind of OSHA violation. Like, it's gotta be, right? It's gotta be. This does not feel safe in the slightest. Oh, jeez. It's actually kind of funny because, like, as many times as I've played on one of these, I've never once, like, seriously gotten hurt. Like, I've heard so many stories about, like, you know, kids my age, like, back in the day that, like, oh, yeah, I broke my elbow on this thing, or, like, I fell off of this, and, you know, I broke my leg, and all this other stuff, you know? But that never happened to me. Which is kind of funny, as clumsy as I am. Like, you would think that I would have 100% broken something at some point, but I never did. I never did. It was actually very strange. I also think that that's like kind of like a core memory, like for a lot of kids, right? Is like, I guess, like breaking their first bone and like having to like go to school in like a cast, and people would sign their cast if they were popular and stuff like that. And it's like, man, that seems kind of neat. That part of it, not the breaking the bone part. I've heard that that's very, very painful. I've heard that that's very painful. So I can't say I'd recommend that part, but you know, I don't know. The other part of it looks kind of cool. You just got hurt if you fall. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like one of those things. It's like, is that like a, you know, experience that I regret not having? No. Mostly because, you know, anytime like I just kind of mention that where it's like, yeah, I've actually never broken a bone before. People are just like, oh no, you're lucky. Keep it that way. And I'm just like, damn, okay. Like, not that I'd ever, like, go out and do it on purpose, but, like, I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's like, what's that like, you know? Just one of those things that I can't relate to, where I'm just like, what is that like, actually? Like, just out of curiosity. Okay, let's see. Broke your leg as a kid, but you don't remember how. Oh, cracked your head open falling off a bike. Oh my gosh. I'm actually surprised that never happened to me, because there was like, I think I've told this story before, but I think when I was in like middle school or something like that, I had like a friend that was weird, because she was like really, really jealous, I guess, of like, when it came to like our friendship. Because like we had this like new kid that moved into like the neighborhood. So we were just like, you know, all outside just like hanging out or whatever. And I decided to like, I don't know, just kind of like riding my bike around, and I decided to go like really fast because like, I don't know, I thought they were cool and I wanted to be friends, and I thought maybe they'd be impressed. You know, stupid kid me, right? So tell me why this you know, like my existing friend decides to, I guess, like run up beside me and like stick a stick through my spokes of my bike and have me like flip over the handlebars. Like, for what? For what? Why would you do that? Like, why would you do that if you're not trying to kill me? Your big toenail broke. Oh God, ow. That sounds very painful. But no, like, the crazy part is like, I didn't even, like, get seriously injured from that one either. It's just kind of like I fell over and it was just like, ow, what the fuck? Like, why the hell did you do that? And they just kind of, like, acted like they didn't know that was what was going to happen if they did that. So, I don't know. There's been quite a few. There's been like quite a few, I guess, like experiences I had where it's like other people that had that same experience, they got, you know, pretty well hurt from it, but I was just kind of like, ow, it's fine though. But yeah, it's like even when bad stuff happened, nothing actually bad ever happened. So, I don't know. I guess it was just built different. Incorrectly, you know? Just built different, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. It's not like I didn't, like, go out and do anything as a kid, either. It's like, you know, I went outside and played a lot, often without parental supervision, because that's just kind of how shit was back then. But yeah, I don't know, like I played sports, like I did all that kind of stuff, and it's just like, I don't know, just nothing ever really happened. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. Like I said, it's just another one of those things where it's like I just kind of think about on occasion, like just kind of randomly, and it's just like, man, I really am built kind of different, huh? Just notice I'm not wearing them today. That would be because through the course of like playing the game normally, I've been accidentally toggling stuff on my model the whole time. So I could fix it, but I figured I'm just gonna leave it because it's funny. So, you know, I especially think it's like super funny. Like when I was playing Labyrinthine with Pep and Luco. And I guess like through like trying to like sneak around with him, I was constantly like triggering, you know, outfit changes and stuff like that on my model. And it's just, you know, I just left it because it was funny. It's like, oh, I'm so scared that I'm shape-shifting. Completely outside my control. I don't know. It's just fun. It's just fun. It's just fun and funny. So, you know, why not leave it? Why not leave it? Against your bike's handlebars. Oh my gosh. See, that's wild. That's wild. Because like I said, I've done like so many things like that. Like I've taken a volleyball to the face. I've, you know, flipped over my handlebars with no helmet on. Like I've been fine every time. Nothing happened. Like so many other people, like when they've, you know, caught a ball to the face, they've either, you know, like broken a bone or like lost a tooth or something. But like none of that ever happened with me. I'm just built different. I'm just built different. I don't know what else to say about it. I don't have any other explanation. Ooh, you know what? Maybe. Hold on, maybe. Maybe the explanation is I had such a huge starting pool of luck as a kid that I burned through all of that. With like all the different stuff that happened that never actually, you know, had any sort of lasting effects. Maybe that's where I burned through all my luck and that's why I don't have any more as an adult. Maybe that's how that happened. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. Sometimes I feel like I missed out on getting everyone to sign my cast, though. Yeah. But then, like, I don't know. I also saw, I guess, like, when I was a kid, like, somebody, like, getting their cast signed, and, like, for some reason, like, one of the kids that signed this kid's cast, called him a slur, and I'm like, ooh, you know, maybe I'm good. Maybe I'm good, actually. It's just like, why do people have to be so terrible sometimes? And this is in, like, middle school, so I'm just like, dude, you're way too old to not know what stuff like that means. Like, what are you even doing? Not to say the same about the luck. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, like I said, that was just like, that was something that I saw that kind of stuck with me, and I'm just like, man, you know, maybe I'm good. Maybe I'm good. Because it was like, I don't know, like, it was very strange too, because it's like one of those things where it's like, someone like used a slur against somebody that's not even like a minority group in any way, so it's just like, it's just kind of, I don't know if they thought it was funny or what, but it's just like, no, you know, I think I'm good. I'm good without stuff like that. Yeah, but I think that's just like, that's either a lack of knowledge or a lack of empathy, and they're both bad. They're both bad. They're both terrible things to lack, actually. I think the lack of empathy is even worse, though. Because, like, I don't know, with, like, a lack of knowledge, that's easier to fix, I feel like. Because if you don't have the knowledge, but you do have the empathy, someone can be like, hey, man, that's not cool. And just be like, oh, shit, I had no idea, my bad. And then, you know, that's the end of it, right? But if they don't have a lack of, if they have a lack of empathy, then that's even worse. Then they're gonna be like, well, what's the big deal? Or like, I don't know, I say favorite, but it's like, I'm being sarcastic, you know? Or my favorite explanation, like, bro, it's just a word. It's not that deep. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. You just don't think it's that deep because it doesn't affect you. That's not how shit works. Nope. better than rocks they throw. That's so real, actually. I couldn't have put it better myself. Couldn't have put it better myself. All right, let's see here. There we go. We got that part. Wait, did we still not get the whole board? What are we missing here? Okay, really? I had to like pixel hunt for that one? That's crazy. But see, this is what I mean though. Is like sometimes they make you go pixel hunting for like just one little teeny tiny spot that you missed that you can't even see unless you know, I guess highlight the dirt. And then there's other times where it's like you feel like you're maybe about like halfway to 2/3 of the way done, and then it just dings and it's like, nope, you're done. And it's like, oh, okay. I was gonna finish that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, people are so weird. Just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Okay, I think I need to, let's see. Let's go ahead and use our long extension here. There we go. Now we can fully do that one. Even from the ground. I love the long extension. There we go. Oh, see? See, I have like a whole like big strip here and it's just like, now you're done. Bro. Yeah, you can fix a lack of knowledge, but you can't train people to care. Exactly. 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 Like, please know when I say stuff like this, I'm not trying to, like, hit anything against, like, anybody or, like, you know, I guess, like, have something to say about men in general. That's not what I'm doing, but, like, gosh, I remember, you know, sharing, I guess, with, you know, just kind of talking with, like, a male friend, like, a while back, and I kind of mentioned that, like, I hate wearing certain things outside because, like, while it still happens regardless, if I wear certain things, I'm going to, like, get honked at and stuff more. Like, just while I'm out walking my dog, and it's really annoying, and I hate dealing with it. And they're just like, does that really happen? And it's just like, what? Why would I lie about that? And they're just like, oh, well, you know, I've just never really, like, seen anything like that happen, so... And it's just like, okay, but, like... You can't accept a friend's experience when they tell you that stuff like that's happened to them? It does happen a lot, though. It's very weird. It's very weird. Because especially, like, I don't know. With, like, me being, like, an older woman, too. It's like... They tell you that, like, you get noticed and stuff less as you get older. I haven't really seen that. So I'm just kind of like, okay, when? When does that happen? Exactly, yeah. Yeah, like, the whole I haven't seen it, so does it really happen? And it's just like, bro, okay. But yeah, I don't know. Just stuff like that's always been, like, super weird to me. Or, like, I don't know, those people that, like, want to argue about everything. It's like, you share an experience that you had, and they're like, okay, but, like, you know... Okay, but, like, this is worse. So, like, it's actually not really that bad because this didn't happen and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, what even conversation are we having right now? Why am I talking to you? Why am I even wasting my time talking to you? Holy shit. Dirt Finder? I hardly know her. Anyway. But But yeah, I don't know. It's just so weird to me, I guess, to on occasion have like a male friend that'll just like push back on stuff like that. Meanwhile, like if I mention that to like a female friend at all, they're just like, "Oh my god, yes, I know." So it's just like, that's it's a bit of a gap there. It's a bit of an interesting gap there is all I'm gonna say. Yeah, right? Just like, it's, I don't know. But no, people still do that. It happens all the time, unfortunately. And it's just like, I don't know. I think the one time I have let's like cut a friend off over those kind of conversations is like, they were like, well, you must look good for your age. Take it as a compliment. No. No, I don't think I will do that, actually. No, I don't think I will. No, I don't think I will. Also, what do you mean for my age? The hell is that supposed to mean? Supposed to mean? You trying to say I'm old? Is that what you're trying to say? I mean, it's fine if you are. I joke about being old all the damn time. That's not the problem. The problem is, take it as a compliment. I'm sorry, what? Take someone harassing me when I'm just trying to, you know, go on about my day, take it as a compliment? How the fuck? That's crazy. That is a crazy thing to say. Yeah, you look so good, you got misogynist, you know, wolf whistling you. Yeah, man. You go, girl. I'm sorry, what? What the hell do you mean by that? Like, okay, we know where your priorities are, I guess. Someone needs to tell that guy he looks good. Maybe if it happens enough, he'd start getting annoyed. But I also think that that's, I don't know. I think that there's like a few, I guess, like big issues that like it's not only women that deal with it, but it is statistically mostly women. That could just be fixed if, like, dudes would compliment their bros and stuff more. Because I do think that that's very important. Like, having, like, actual, you know, friendships and, like, relationships with people that aren't just, I'm trying to fuck. But no, it's like, I've met, like, quite a few guys where it's just, like, they don't get, like, compliments from people. Like, no one ever tells them that they're, you know, that they enjoy hanging out with them or anything like that. So, like, whenever I'm nice to them, then they're like, oh, you must be interested in me. And it's like, that's not... Okay, well, now we can't talk anymore because now you're making it weird. And I hate that. I hate that happens so much. Because I don't know, when it comes to, like, being friends with people, like, I usually treat them, like, pretty genuinely, you know? Like, if there's something that I appreciate about them, then I let them know. And I think it's, you know, a real shame that, like, that's just not something that, I guess, like, I would like to say that it's probably getting better, because it's, you know, I guess there's, like, more awareness around, like, stuff like this now, which I think is great. But I think that that's something that just needs to, you know, start happening as a whole, you know? Like, guys need to be complimenting their bros. They need to be letting them know that they appreciate each other. I do definitely think that that's, like, a big, I guess, like, social thing. Because, like, okay, like, let's get the joke out of the way now. The fact that I'm saying stuff like that when I can't take a compliment is ironic. I understand that, but at the same time, like, you know, it's like, no, I can't, you know, I can't tell my homie that I love him platonically. That's gay. What? Why is that gay? Especially if you're specifying that it's platonic, you know? Like, why is that like a weird thing to say to people? I don't think it should be. I think if you guys are good friends and you love hanging out with them and you appreciate them as a person, you should be able to tell them that. I think that's so sad that, like, so many, like, kinds of things like that are just so stifled. Also, it's 2026. Even if you were gay, what's wrong with that, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's also another part of it, but that's, you know, that's a topic for another time. That's a topic for another time. All right, let's see here. I mean, we're looking okay so far, but gosh, we still got so much to do. Ayo, platonic pause. Yeah, see, though, that's what I mean, Arturo. Like, you should be able to be like, you know, nice fit, bro. You should be able to say stuff like that without them being like, I'm not into dudes. Okay? I wasn't trying to be like that, man. Why you gotta make it weird? Why do you gotta make it weird? You should be able to compliment stuff on, you know, things on people like that. That's like 100% something you should be able to do. Yeah, so few compliments that anyone telling them they look good, you'll give them a high for years. Yeah, that's, I don't know, that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part, though. Is that, like, I don't know, you don't really, like, learn to, like, check that ego either. Because, I don't know, like, let's see, one of my female friends, like, when I was, like my early 20s or something like that, we fell out of contact, like, some time ago, but, like, basically, like, one of the guys that she dated, like, he was one of those that, like, never received compliments or anything like that. But, like, you know, so she would, like, compliment him on stuff that he legitimately did well, or, like, when he dressed nicely, she would tell him and stuff like that. So tell me why this dude cheated on her, because, you know, the high that he got from the compliments made him think he could do better. Like, dude, what? What the hell, man? Like, that could have been something so wholesome, and then you just had to, like, let it all get to your head. And for what, you know? That's just so shitty. I'm not saying that, like, only men do that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying, like, you don't learn to check your ego that way either, you know? Because, like, that's 100% an ego thing. Well, like, if I'm so great, then I can definitely do better than you. Okay, well, then, shit. But, yeah, just, man, like, people just gotta ruin stuff, you know? It's just so weird. I don't understand it. Like, where's the logic in that? But like I said, I really don't think it's a logic thing. I 100% think it's like an ego thing. I love the Stegosaurus slide. It is so cute. It's so cute. It's so dang cute. I'm doing terrible at trying to clean these spikes, though. My gosh. Yeah, he got so ahead of himself. That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember when she was, like, telling me this story, like, you know, because, you know, we were pretty close at the time, so, like, I was getting, like, the play-by-play and stuff like that, and I'm just like, that's crazy, what the hell? Like, imagine having, like, a good partner that legitimately wants you to feel good about yourself, and you use that as an excuse to, you know, to cheat on them because it's like, well, yeah, if they think I'm so great, then I can definitely do better. Like, wow, okay, what the heck, man? Like, yeah, just like I said, where's the logic in that? But then again, there often is no logic in ego. It's just 100% ego. But I don't know. Like I said, stuff like that is crazy to me. But that's a whole, like, I don't know. You're just missing out on like so much like social development with things like that. That it's just like, wow. All right. I'm almost getting these spikes, but like, man, there is so much to them. They've just got like so many ridges, so many edges, like holy crap, man. I didn't think that they would be this hard to clean, but I'm thinking this is like one of the places where like it expects me to pixel hunt for those, and I'm just like, bro, please. I still have so much to do. I still have so much to do! Can I punch this guy? Yes, definitely. Definitely. I recommend it, actually. I recommend it. Because, like, fun fact, I did punch that guy. I don't know, like, I've always been, like, that kind of female friend, though, where it's like, you know, if it comes down to it, if we're good enough friends, I will punch a motherfucker for you. 100%. 100%. 100,000%. I've only done it like a couple of times though. Not very much. Like it sounds like a thing that I would like do all the time with like all the weird experiences I've had with people, but no, I've only done it like a couple of times. And both times it was in self-defense, allegedly. What's the statute of limitations on punching somebody? Can I talk about that? Is that legal? Where's my lawyer? Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Yeah, who covered this playground and shit? Honestly, it's like every time you like get to one of these, it's literally just a damn bitch. You live like this? Oh man. Oh man. But yeah, it's literally like because there's. I think you guys saw it in the menu when I was choosing between like that mission and this one. But there was just like a whole house that just the whole outside of the house was just covered in crap like this. It's just like, damn, y'all live like this? Like I know the economy is not looking great, but damn, man. In Minecraft, right? Oh yeah, totes. Oh yeah, totes. Punching people in Minecraft is very fun, actually. I've done that dozens of times. The less they expect it, the more fun it is. I will say that for free. Alright, let's see. Let's get the back end of this slide here. This is such a cute, like, little Stegosaurus slide. It does kind of make you wonder, though, like, what kind of natural disaster happened that the whole thing is just covered in, like, a thick layer of mud? Or, like, I don't know, is that even mud? Do I even want to know? I don't know, man. 1 to 5 years depending on severity and cause. Okay, then yeah, I'm chill. Then yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. This was definitely much longer ago than that. Alright, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, I was more making a joke than anything, but I do appreciate having that information. That's still very good to know. But yeah, no, he ended up like being one of those dudes where it's like they'll cheat on you and then they'll be mad that you left. Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, you know what? What kind of sense does that make? It's just like, what? So I was just supposed to just like be cool with that? Like, no, that's not how things work. That's not how shit works. That's not how things work. That's never been how things work. All right, let's see here. We've almost got this thing clean. Almost. We're getting so close here. My gosh. And then we've just got, you know, all this other stuff to do. It's all right, though. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Yeah, objection. He was kind of being an ass. He totally had it coming, Your Honor. Oh, but yeah, no, I don't know. I've never understood, I guess, like, that kind of logic. I've never understood that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, get like underneath this. I should probably take off the long extension, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Then we should be able to reach these spots better. Because with the long extension, if I'm too close, then it just won't let me use it at all. We can't have that. Use glue instead of water. Oh my gosh, honestly. So all the stuff just stuck to it worse. Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. It's just like, I don't know, like some of these surfaces, it's like there's no way anything made this much contact with it for it to be this dirty. There's no way. Oh, see? See what I mean? I wasn't done with that. What are you talking about? I wasn't done with that. Hey, I was still cleaning that. But yeah, I don't know. That's... Like, I definitely want this to be, like, a space where people can be themselves, but I want it to be a space where, like, everybody can comfortably be themselves, so it's just, like, no matter how, I guess, like, casual stuff like that is, or, like, people, you know, dropping, I guess, like, kind of thoughts like that, I'm like, nope, I'm gonna shut that down right now. But I would also like to think that I go about it in like a pretty decent way too, because it's just like I remember something I said to somebody one time where it's like they posted just like a, I don't know. It's one of those like casual misogyny memes, you know? And I was just like, casual misogyny on my server? Absolutely not. And then they left. So I was like, all right, bet. All right, bet. That is also like a very weird thing to me too, is like something I've noticed with, it's not just with female creators, but I've definitely seen it like with female creators, like more often than not. It's like so many like guys and stuff will be like watching these female creators, and it's like they're still just like making misogynist jokes and stuff like at their expense and whatnot, and they're just like fine with it, and it's like, bro, what the heck? I have never understood that. Like, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. But then again, I wasn't, I guess, like, as savvy to stuff like that when I was younger either. So maybe that's what that's about. But I don't know. It's just one of those things that, like, I watch for a distance. I'm just like, that's not what I would have did. That's not what I would have did. Yeah, and they left. It was so funny. It was so funny. I was just like, all right, that's, you know, hey, that worked. Like, okay, all right, buddy. What if they were doing competitive instead of casual? Well, then, you know, at least then you could respect the hustle. I'm kidding. I'm so joking. I'm so joking, but it's just like, I don't know. I just don't understand it. Like, why are you in a female creators community if you hate women? Like, what's going on with that, man? What's the deal here? What's the deal? What kind of expert do we need to have you talk to about that? I don't know. It's probably just because, you know, like I said, I'm over 30. I've been around the internet. I've seen some shit, and I'm just like, I don't have the time and energy for this. I'm not gonna put up with any of this shit. But I also do find it amusing that I guess like, I don't know, I guess like a lot of people that do still think that way are just like so used to not being challenged on it at all that the second they are, they're just like, this isn't the place for me, and then they just dip, which, you know, fine by me, man. Fine by me. Other problems upstairs. Exactly. But yeah, I don't know. It's just such a weird thing to me. It's just such a weird phenomenon. The internet's a weird place. I mean, that includes here too, of course. We're all a little weird here, but I would like to think that we're weird positive, not weird derogatory. If that makes any sense. Cuz I don't know. I like to think that it's that kind of like, it's that kind of harmless weird, like, you know, people having like different interests and like stuff that they're into, and you know, just wanting to like, I guess, like, talk with other people that have similar interests about, you know, the stuff that you like that you can't find other people to talk about that with. I think that's super cool. I think that's awesome. But yeah, when I say weird derogatory, I mean like racists or transphobes. That's the kind of weird derogatory I mean. That's the kind of ones that I mean when I say derogatory. But no, there's a big difference. There's a fun kind of weird, and then there's, bro, what are you doing kind of weird. Wish you'd get a massage, but you feel weird about it because it has weird subtext in general. No, that's fair. That's fair. But no, we were actually like talking a bit earlier about like you know, I guess just I feel like guys deprive themselves of like so many different things like socially, because like that's just kind of the culture, especially like with a lot of young guys, you know? Where it's just like, oh, I can't do that, that's gay. Oh, I can't say this, that's gay. And it's like, bro, it's not, man. And even if you were, it is 2026. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not out to diagnose anybody's sexuality, obviously. I am nowhere near qualified for that. But I don't know. I think that just feels like that, you know, that early 2000s humor, right? Where it was just like, I don't know, funny, haha, to refer to stuff that's gay as bad, you know? Just feels like sometimes, like, some parts of society never progress from there, and it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. It's just like, damn, things could be so much better for you, man. Things don't have to be like this. And of course, like, I'm no expert on how to live life, but, you know, I found my own little slice of happiness. I made it happen somehow. Made it happen, so I don't know, maybe that makes me more qualified than some. I don't really know how that works. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. But yeah, I don't know. Basically, like all that to say, yeah, guys should love their homies more. And if you don't have any, that's a whole other issue. I know that's definitely some people too. And I hate that for them also. Because I love my friends. I may not have very many, but I adore my friends. Even when they're kind of pissing me off sometimes, I adore my friends. And I have no trouble letting them know that. But I don't know, I'm also like one of those very autistic people that like, I can't pretend anything for shit. I just can't. I can't. Like, I can't pretend to care about somebody if I don't. I can't pretend to like somebody if I don't. I just can't. I just can't do it. I wear my heart on my sleeve way too much for my own good. But you know, it's one of those things where I thought about maybe I should change that about myself, but I don't know. I think I kind of like that about myself. Actually. And like, I think that if other people like try to like take advantage of that information, or, you know, I guess try to take advantage of me because I'm being nice to them, like that's a problem with them, not a problem with me. That's a skill issue on their on their end, because, you know, I like to think, at least most of the time, that I'm a pretty good friend. So if you're gonna go that route, then hey, congrats. You just fumbled a good friend. For no reason. So, I don't know. Like I said, that's just kind of how I've grown to think about it, I guess. That's just kind of how I think about it. You weren't a gym rat. Just said, yeah, I don't really feel like it. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, cool that you like that. That's great. I love that for you. But, you know, just not me. Whatever. Just like, why are you so pressed about what I choose to do or not do? Why is that your problem? It's not. It isn't. It is not an issue. I do love that just kind of like broke his brain though. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Quality over quantity. Yes. Yes, definitely. I also acknowledge that I'm one of those people that like, I just don't think I could deal with just having a ton of friends, you know? Because I know that like the way I treat my friendships, I'm kind of like one of those like all-in kind of people, you know? Like if we're friends, I'm all in on that friendship. And I just can't give that kind of energy to too many people at once. I just can't. I am just not capable of that. I will get overwhelmed. I will 100% get overwhelmed. But that's okay, because I think I'm kind of an acquired taste anyway. Like, there's, you know... Like, it bothered me a lot when I was younger, but I guess as I've gotten older, I've gotten, I guess, like, more okay with the idea that not everybody's gonna like me. But that's also because, you know, I've made every attempt possible to just ditch every single old, like, people-pleaser tendency that I used to have. Where it's, like, even just something simple as, like, you know, having those, like, kind of kids in chat, right? Where they're just, like, they'll pop in and they'll be like, this game's lame, you should play this instead. I feel like old people-pleaser me would be like, maybe some other time. And then, you know, nowadays I'm just like, off with his HUD. Off with his head. I didn't ask for his opinion. Off with his head. But yeah, it's just like, cool, didn't ask. You'd be surprised at like how much that just like takes the wind out of like someone's sails that's like trying to be shitty to you. It's like, oh, cool, didn't ask for your opinion. That's always fun. I enjoy that reaction quite a bit. Where they're just like, yeah, man, that's about all you got. All right, so did I not get that still? It looks like I still got, okay. See, like that dirt in the middle there was like invisible. The heck? Stop playing this cringe game, play Call of Duty instead. Aw, man. Why don't you play Call of Do Your Homework, 12-year-old? Anyway, hey White, how's it going? How's it going? We're just yapping about this and that. Sometimes that duty do be calling. That's true. That's true. Sometimes it do be. Yeah, dude, bro. Honestly. Oh man, like, geez. Okay, this is a little embarrassing to admit. I mean, especially, I guess, with me being like I am now. But I used to be just like a giant pick-me. As far as like, you know, as far as like wanting like male validation specifically and stuff like that. And I was one of those like cringy girls that was like, oh, I'm not like other girls. I like doing guy stuff, which is cringe because like making video games gendered, like not cool, Hajime. But anyway, but yeah, like it's, I don't know. I was really really cringe with that kind of stuff. Like when I was younger, like before I grew up and you know my frontal lobe developed and stuff like that. So I don't know. I was actually like kind of a dude bro when I was younger. I'm not gonna lie. But it was a very cringe time in my life that I like to not look back on at all. But I don't know. I also think that that's probably made me a bit more empathetic to, I guess, like younger women that are in that era of theirs. Where it's just like, oh, I know I can't say anything to you because you're gonna be stubborn like me and not listen, but you'll learn. You'll get there. You'll get there. Which, I don't know, it feels weird to like say stuff like that when, you know, I'm a streamer. I kind of, you know, live and die in the algorithm, like on validation and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't know. I get my own validation from just doing stuff I have fun with. Like I said, you know, whether people were here or not, I would still be having fun doing what I'm doing, and thus I would still be doing it. And I think that's just you know, getting older and realizing that kind of thing, you know? All right. But, you know, that's not going to be everybody. Some people want different things, and that's fine, too. Need to be cringe to learn to be uncringe. Nah. I think being uncringe is overrated. Because I think that people calling things cringe is like the enemy of whimsy, you know? It's the enemy of joy and whimsy. Like, is what you're enjoying doing really cringe as long as it's not hurting anybody else? Like, if you're not hurting anybody and you're just having a good time, you know, who cares? Who cares if other people don't like it? Who gives a damn? Who cares? It's also the enemy of just, like, being genuine, you know? Whether it's, you know, being genuine about, like, something that you're passionate about, or just, like, in the ways that you react with, that you interact with people, you know? Where it's like, oh, I gotta be cool, or these people are gonna think I'm cringe. No, fuck that. Who cares? Who cares? Someone new comes in and they think I'm cringe, well, that's fine. That's, you know, then I'm just not the streamer for them. Whatever. That's fine. That's fine. If people want to say I'm cringe, that's fine. But I am doing what I enjoy doing, and I'm not going to stop doing that just because people think it's lame. It's just another one of those things where it's like, cool, I don't care. I didn't ask. See, I was the real cringe. No, but it's just, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like cringe culture has just been like a real enemy of joy in people's lives, where it's just like, I don't know. I've talked to like different people over the years where it's like, yeah, like I saw somebody like doing this thing on, you know, like Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and like I thought that looked really cool, and I've never like heard of that before, but then like, I don't know, the people in the comments were telling them they were so lame, so I don't think I'm gonna do that now. And it's just like, why? You're never gonna talk to these people ever. Like, what do you care what they think? But I don't know. I think that's just a lot of online culture in general. I say that like I'm some kind of an expert on it. I'm not, but I sure have been on the internet a lot and a long time. Like I said, I've been all over the place. I've seen some shit. I have seen some shit. I'm not even trying to be like just the, you know, the trust me bro angle. Like, I know that's not like a trustworthy source of information, but I don't know. When I make certain assertions about just like the internet in general, you can 100% assume that I'm at least coming from a place of experience there. Because, like, legitimately, before my frontal lobe developed, I don't talk about this a lot, and I'm not, like, gonna go into detail. I was not a good person. Like, the me of today is embarrassed of the person that younger me was. I do not at all like the person that younger me was. Why I left that person behind a long, long time ago. And it has certainly done me some good. Because holy shit. Most of the time it's all talk anyway. Yeah, sometimes. Unexpected? Yeah, well that's, you know, I came from a place of like ignorance and like maybe a little too steeped in meme culture. So that's definitely, you know, like I said, I was not a great individual when I was younger. But, you know, growing up, educating myself more, and just being like, damn, wow, no, I should not be like this, holy shit. And just, you know, I don't know, making that change for myself. It's been, like, a long time ago now. Like, I have long since left that person behind, but yeah, I was not a good person when I was younger. But then again, you know, poorly educated and stuff like that too, so there's that. Also does not help that, like, my family were not great people either, so they were honestly terrible influences when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, they still are, but I also know better. I also know better now. So yeah, just, you know, one of those kind of things. But that's also unfortunately why I am as knowledgeable as I am about, like, I don't know, certain, like, I call them dog whistles. I call them dog whistles. You know, because like it's one of those where it's like if you're in that in-group that thinks that way, you know exactly what this person is actually referring to. And how, you know, and how awful it is, like the thing that they're trying to express without actually saying it because they know that they're going to get in trouble or whatever. But yeah, that's the reason that I'm like as knowledgeable as I am about stuff like that. Is because before I knew better, that was, you know, that was the kind of places that I would spend my time in online. So I saw all of that kind of stuff. But like I said, now that I'm older and I know better, I'm just like, okay, so this person is a piece of shit. Let's get rid of them. So, you know, like I said, bad time in my life, but I choose to use that knowledge for good now. And that's probably why, like, I come off as kind of sensitive about, you know, I guess, like, certain things to certain people. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them just thinking I'm being sensitive about it. Because, like, whatever. You know, I know what you're actually trying to say. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I used to run in those circles. You act like I don't know. Come on now. Yeah, questionable indoctrination, being a bad person is different. Yeah, but that's the thing, is that, like, I don't know, I kind of bullied people online about it for a little bit there, but it was also, like, egged on by, like, bad people in my life back then, too. But, like I said, done a lot of work on myself since then, and I can firmly say I've left that person behind for good. Like, long time ago. But it's also why, like, I know people can change. It's also why I do firmly believe that people can change. Like, is it my job to educate them, to have them change? I wouldn't say it is. Mostly just because, like, I don't have the mental to deal with that on the daily. I just 100% don't. Like, that, I would 100% like get burnout. I can't do that. I can't do that. But I can create a safe community for, you know, for the people that do choose to hang out with me. And I can use that knowledge to, you know, keep certain elements out. Because I know what they're trying to do, I know what they're trying to say, and I'm not having any of it. Like, some people would probably argue that that's, like, the least I could do, but it's what I know I'm capable of doing, 100%. Like, I don't think necessarily that, like, I'm a person that's gonna be able to, like, you know, change the systemic conditions that allow people to even be like this in the first place. Like, I'm just not that person. I'm just not that person. But you better believe that if somebody, you know, like that shows up around here, they're not going to be welcome. That you can 100% believe. I will guarantee that. Yeah, you can pinpoint exactly who they got them from. That's so true. That's so true. That's so true. Like, just hearing, like, certain words and phrases, I'm like, oh, okay, you listen to this person. Got it. But that's also, like, a curse of knowledge, you know? Because, like, was life a lot simpler when I didn't, like, recognize stuff like that? Oh, yeah, definitely. 100%. Like, most definitely. But I think especially, like, with someone, you know, as someone that has a platform, even as small as mine is, like, I do feel responsible for that. Like, I do feel like that's my responsibility. Because, like, I don't know, people can, like, feign ignorance all day long and be like, oh, I don't understand why, you know, why white supremacists like me and stuff like that. I don't get it. Like, they just kind of showed up. Okay, but like, you didn't kick them out. If they just showed up, you had every opportunity to get rid of them and you chose not to, right? So, you know, are you really blameless? I don't think you are. Because that is something that I've learned, like, as my time, you know, during my time as a content creator, is you choose the company that you keep. That is something you do choose. Like, I know some people are like, oh yeah, you know, this person, like, you know, I don't like, agree with the stuff that they say, but like, okay, but then, like, why do you still hang out with them? Like, you know, when it's one of those, like, societal ills, I'll call them, you know that they feel and express those things, and you say that you have a problem with that, but, like, you're still friends with them. Like, I don't think you're so blameless there, you know? Because, like I said, you choose the company that you keep. And in a way, like, especially like I've done, I mean, I kind of choose my audience. I choose what kind of people I want to have around. And I think that's something super important to do. And it's the easiest to do it, like, when you're first starting out, you know? Because you're going to have, like, less people around to have to, you know, to have to vet and keep an eye on and stuff like that. I mean, I think that just makes sense. I think that just makes sense. Yeah, kick out people that wear Crocs unironically. Oh, that's so true. That's so true. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like, my mom, get her out of here. How dare you? But no, like I said, there's, you know, we're adults here. There are some things that it's okay to have, like, a difference of opinion on. I don't expect people to agree with me 100% on everything. But there's just, you know, there's certain stuff like that that make other people feel unsafe that I'm not gonna put up with. Those are not differences in opinion. Those kind of things I do not write off as a difference in opinion. Which is weird, because, like, I don't know, I feel like that's the stuff like that, especially, like, with the political climate in the US, I feel like so many people, like, just kind of do this thing where, like, oh, you know, agree to disagree, and it's like, okay, but, like, there's some things we really need to not be agreeing to disagree on here. Like, people should not feel as comfortable saying some of the shit that they say. Like, that's not how that works, I don't think. I don't think that's how that works. Like, agreeing to disagree is like, I like pizza, but this person doesn't like pizza. Or, you know, this person thinks that we should be putting more government spending towards this program instead of this one. Those kinds of things are actual differences in opinion, not if certain people, you know, deserve rights and to feel comfortable in their spaces. That's just crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I will never understand that. That kind of stuff is wild to me. I will never understand that. sober. I'm completely sober. But that's also the that's also like the, I guess, like the neurodivergent and sometimes lacking a filter. that's where that kind of comes out to play, you know? Like, I don't have that, well, this person's a, you know, a piece of shit, but we should play nice with them. Like, no, I don't think I'm gonna do that, actually. I don't think I do that. Allegedly punched a dude or two. Maybe. Maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps. I mean, statute of limitations is up if Alberto was right in his, you know, in his knowledge share there. Like, if Google didn't lie to him or something, you know, statute of limitations is up. I have definitely punched a couple of people. I 100% have. Matter of fact, I will go so far as to say that if I ever, like, just kind of disappear one day without a trace and you guys don't know what happened to me, it's probably because I punched a bigot or something. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably 100% the reason why I just disappear one day. Yep, it's pretty likely. It's pretty likely that that would be the reason why if I ever did. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a very different person than I used to be when I was younger. And that much at least is something to be proud of, I think. Mostly because I guess that, you know, pursuit of knowledge that got me there was just something that I pursued on my own. That wasn't something that was, like, really, you know, shared with me or anything like that. Like, I had to do all that myself. But that's also, like, why I feel so strongly about things like that, too. It's because it's, like, just like, ah, fuck, I used to be one of those people, kind of. Now, that's cringe. That's cringe. That is cringe. And, like, that is just, like, the purest form of cringe, to be honest. Like, yeah, you can, like, look back at stuff that you did as a kid because you didn't know any better and just be like, oh, that's embarrassing, but that's legitimately embarrassing. Like, that's just legitimate, just, oh, why was I like this? What the fuck? But yeah, like I said, that's, you know, that's also, like, one of the reasons that, like, I go as hard as I do about stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, fun fact. Fun fact, that's why I'm cursed with that kind of knowledge. Yeah, how could you have punched them? You're a community night playing golf. That's so real. You're right. You guys are a great excuse. No toppings needed. I don't know. The salt from sweat makes things pretty satisfying, I think. I mean, what? Anyway, but yeah, like I said, I mean, you know, I do think that's one thing I am really proud of, though, is that we do just have such a, you know, such a chill and, like, safe community for everybody, you know? That is one thing I can definitely say I'm proud of. And it feels weird to, like, I don't know, outwardly express that I'm proud of that because, I don't know, I guess because it means giving myself props, at least in some way. But, I mean, me personally, I would just rather give you guys credit for that, you know? Because y'all are normal people, right? Y'all are normal people. And that's fantastic. Like, we're all a little weird in our own ways, but, you know. But we're weird in ways that are not going to cause harm to anybody else. And I think that's a very, very important distinction. But anyway, that's just me. This power washing something else, ain't it? I know, right? Honestly. Biggest fear is self-love. Oh, you have no idea. Mostly just because, you know, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Like, this community is what it is because you guys are here. Like, let's not get that twisted. Like, sure, like, I guess I attracted y'all somehow, and I guess that's something, but, like, it wouldn't be what it is without you guys. And I also think that's very important to acknowledge. Let's see, did I get this part already? Oh my gosh, please just move. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I did get that already. Okay. You have a pretty good idea. What do you mean? Oh, man. But yeah, like I said, I don't think it's necessarily thanks to me. Like, it's because of you guys and wanting to participate and stuff like that. And yeah, of course, like, I do my part to, like, bring people in, but, like, you guys are the ones that really, you know, show up, show out, and make people feel comfortable. And I don't think that can really be overstated. We're gonna have to compensate. Oh no, come on now. No. That's not necessary. It's really not. It's really not. It really isn't. It really isn't, I promise. It's not. The many sad Pokemon deaths that led me here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, but you ended up here, like, so long after, like, Riri and I did our, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Soul Link. So it couldn't have been because of those sad Pokemon deaths. It had to be because of some other ones. And to that, all I can say is skill issue. I'm sorry, I had to. You know, me who would also have the same skill issues in that scenario, probably. Ah, jeez. Anyway. I don't know. I think that's a fun dynamic. It's just being able to just lightheartedly poke fun at each other. Like, nobody gets their feelings hurt. Nobody's, you know, I guess, like, you know, too in their feelings about it because they know it's all in good fun. Or at least I hope so. I hope that's the case. I hope that's the case. I hope that's the case, because that's how I feel, at least. But I also feel that that's, like, I don't know. I guess that's another good thing about not really having a filter, is that, like, if somebody's gone too far, I'm not afraid to let them know. It's like, hey man, we like to joke around here, but that's a little too far. Or like, you know, I guess some jokes that some people have made, they know who they are. I don't need to call them out. I've been like, okay, hey man, like, I know you're just joking, but that's a little much. Just got raided here and that's about it. Yeah, like, some people just kind of ended up here, but the thing is that you guys keep coming back. That's the important part to acknowledge. Is, like, however you got here in the first place, you keep coming back. for some reason. And even on my good days when my brain's like, okay, but like, why do they keep coming back? It doesn't matter why. I just appreciate that you do. Like I said, it sounds kind of cheesy, but it means a lot to me. It really does. And I don't know. It just feels pretty cool that I can just kind of just be myself. Cuz like, do I play a character to an extent? Yes, but honestly, most of the time on stream I'm just me. Like, just what you see is what you get. Or I guess what you hear is what you get, you know? What you hear is what you get. I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm like the kind of person that could like play a character for too long. I think I would just get tired. I would just get a little bit tired, I think. All right, let's see. So we got some other stuff that we're almost done here. Let's see. Done with that. Oh gosh. See, this is the hard part because we're at 97% here. Really? Okay. Okay, that's another one. But there's like so many like small pieces and stuff here that I'm gonna have to, I guess, like take a look around and see where exactly I've left things at here. Okay, let's see. Roundabout floor plates. Okay. Yeah, is that character strongly based on myself? Also, yes, that's true. Oh yeah, Mousebusters is great. Yeah, it's very fun. But I don't know, that's also why, like, you know, I make it such a point to... just do stuff that I'm interested in. Like, do I occasionally, like, get sponsored and, like, sent keys? Yes. Is that very cool? Yes. Am I gonna take ones that I wasn't at least somewhat interested in anyway? No. So, like, even that part, I mean, it's... Like I said, I do so many things, I guess, just in the pursuit of being, like, genuinely myself, that could potentially, I guess, just, like, limit me as far as, like, how big this platform may become, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, because I think that makes it more, I guess, likely that, you know, the people that are interested in that kind of stuff are gonna, you know, show up and be like, yeah, this is a place for me. I like it here. By just sticking to, like, doing the stuff that you like or are interested in, that's, you know, that's how you end up, I guess, attracting like-minded people. Play a character way too much. That you do. That you do. That you do. I'm not gonna lie, like, I mean, this is just, you know, this is just because, like, we've talked about it, like, so much. It's like, we'll have a conversation about it, and then, like, a few minutes later, something will happen, and I'm just like, okay. I tried. I really did. I tried. But that's cool. People are gonna play around in their own ways. It's just like kind of what we do around here, though, right? We mess around with stuff and we find out. We had to run the RADS test to get in the Discord. Oh my gosh. So confused. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm just messing around with you. I'm just messing around. I'll explain in DMs later. Don't worry about it. Legitimately, don't worry about it. Like, I know I say that just kind of like hand wave thing sometimes, but like this time, no, I really mean it. Like, don't worry about it. I will explain later. It's fine. All right, let's see. All right. back into this. Almost done. Okay. Didn't get that part there. There we go. What part am I missing? Hello? Oh, the top. There we go. Okay. What else am I missing now? We're at 99%. Oh my gosh. Oh, right. We got the bench and the trash can over here too. I know that's not all that we're missing because we probably just don't do this. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The second you responded like that, I'm like, oh shit, I did it again. I made him worry for no reason. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting sometimes that I'm not the only person that does that. I keep forgetting sometimes that I'm not the only person that does that. My apologies. Because, like, even just, oh, man. And, like, people do this to me all the time, and it's like, it's not their fault, because it's like they don't know. I don't say anything about it, but anytime someone, like, DMs me, is like, hey, like, can I ask you something? Or, hey, can we talk about something real quick? I'm like, ah, fuck, what did I do? It's just how my brain works. It's just like, ah, shit, what do we do now? And, like, it's not anybody's fault that I do that. Like, it's none of y'all's fault. That's just where my brain defaults to. I do that at work, too, where, you know, where, like, my boss will, like, message me and be like, hey, can we talk about something real quick? I'm like, fuck, what did I do? That's just where the brain goes to. And I'm sorry if I unintentionally do that to others. I definitely don't mean to. I do not mean to one bit. Oh, gosh. Hi! My crime's finally catching up with me. Honestly, you know, I feel like that'd be a huge weight off my chest, actually. Okay, let's see. Let's start at the top. Large bridge slats. Oh, okay, I know what that is. I know what that is. Which ones, though? What? Does that look like a dirty spot to you? Because it doesn't to me. What do you mean? That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's what I mean about, like, having to pixel hunt for some of these, you know? Okay, that one, that makes sense. That one's on me. That one's on me. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, like, bring up that kind of memory for you or anything like that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just being kind of a blabbermouth today. I hope if I'm being weird that you guys will excuse me. All right, let's see. Wait, we still got... I thought we did all these already. Wait a minute. Are those small bridge slats? No, those are large ones. So wait, if I did these already, then... Really? Where? On the other side? On the top? It's gonna tick me off. Where? Really? Are you kidding? That's crazy. Okay. Fine. Fine. We'll go pixel hunting. Damn it. Let's see. Nowhere from this end. What about from this end? Oh, I see this right there. Here, maybe? Okay, we got that part. Didn't get this part, apparently. See what I mean about, like, kind of pixel hunting, though? Just like, what? Where do you... How do you... How am I supposed to see that? Did I get this end? I did. What? Okay. Yeah, it's a good thing you can highlight the parts that you need. Honestly, honestly. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Where else am I missing? Right there? Really? I just kind of wish that the highlight part stayed around longer. Also, something that I've noticed, like, in some levels of Power Wash Sim, like, if there's, like, a really, really bright yellow, like, brighter than this, let's say it's kind of like this, where you've got, like, the sun reflecting off of it. If you try to do, like, a dirt highlight on that area, you're not going to be able to see it at all. So that's, you know, that's a whole other can of worms right there. That's a whole other one. That's a whole other one. Okay, let's see. Did we do all the bridge slats? I don't think we did. I think we still had one more we need to do. Okay. That should be all of them then. Yep, we got all those. Okay, let's see. Roundabout floor plates. What are those? Is that that? No. Floor plates. Roundabout floor plates. Ah! I know what that is. Okay, this is not a roundabout. This is a merry-go-round. What are you talking about? What do you mean? I blame this game for being British. You have a limited try. You have limited tries? No, you don't. You don't. You don't, luckily. Okay, so slide platform, that is up here up top. What did I miss? Oh, really? I guess just like a couple of like in the grooves there? Okay, okay. Tower trims, tower vertical struts. Okay, so that's these. But I don't know which one because there's so freaking many of them. Oh, really? Okay. And then I'm just missing a tower trim somewhere. Tower trim is like this. Okay, well, let's take a look. There's so many tower trims, so what do you mean? Okay, so it's not on this one at all. Not there. I would have thought that the most likely suspect would have been this one here just because there's so many things blocking it, but it doesn't seem like that is. Interesting, interesting. Anything in here? Not from that angle, at least. What about this way? No? But yeah, no, I can push that highlight button like as many times as I want to. I do wish that the highlights stayed around for a bit longer, but I think you can actually change that in the settings if you really want to. So maybe that's something that instead of just continuing to complain about, I should just do that sometime. Maybe I should just do that sometime. Let's see. Not this one either? Really? This one? No? What? What the heck? Is it up top here, maybe? No, because that's tower upper wall. The tower trim is all below. It has to be below. Has to be. Monkey bar supports. Okay. Let's see. So if I highlight each one, it's gonna, I guess, like show in that, you know, upper left corner. It's gonna show if I have anything, if I still have any dirt on that one. Oh, I found it. I think I found it. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. How's the cleanup going? It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. I have been in, like, supreme yappening mode today, though. Holy. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. All right. Cool. So we got that one all done. But see, okay, like, these houses, this is what I'm talking about, where you just, like, you walk up in there and you're just like, damn, you live like this? Okay. I think for today, though, I'm probably going to finish the golf cart here, and then, it'll be time for me to take my boy out. He's getting a little bit antsy. He's probably a bit bored. Which, you know, that's the Aussie mix for you. That'll do it. But yeah. It's been nice. It's been nice to just kind of I don't know. Just kind of talk about whatever comes to mind today. I've been in a very weird mental place today, so I really appreciate you guys for putting up with me. I do appreciate that. This cart was green? I know, right? It's like they just like covered it in glue and just stuck sand all over it. It's like, how do you even use a golf cart in this condition? Like, how does it get like this? I have so many questions. I have so many questions. But yeah, like, I don't know. No worries, guys. Like, I'm not turning into like a political streamer anytime soon. Just know that I intend to keep this community safe for everybody, and if that means, you know, if that means dragging some people because they think they're being funny, then yeah, so be it. I'm never gonna apologize for that. Like, there are a lot of things that I will apologize for, but that is not gonna be one of them. So, yeah, just, you know. I'm pretty opinionated and can have a lot of thoughts on things sometimes. So, when it's something that I feel strongly about like that, it's gonna come out at least every now and then. But, you know, that's kind of, I guess, the price of me being genuinely myself on stream, if that makes sense. Gotta have some rules. It is the internet after all. Boy, is it. And, you know, like I said earlier, like, as a, you know, 30 plus that has been around their fair share of the internet, yeah. Yeah, a lot of knowledge I wouldn't have had about things otherwise. Let's see. Okay, tires. Okay, so then this tire's not done still? Hold up. Yeah, we got 2 tires that aren't done yet. Really? That wasn't clean? Really? I feel like they're just, like, making up dirt sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, how is there allegedly dirt right there? Come on now. Come on now. I've been nixed filled. That's so true. That's so true, actually. Alright, alright. Let's see. These will take too long. I wonder, let's see. Do I have any, let's see. Store page, I don't want to do that. Oh, a lot of these are so, Can I do this one? Clean off a train? That sounds kind of fun. That should feel like the last bit of time I've got for today. They brought AIM back if we ever need to move from Discord. Oh, hell yeah. That's sick. Man, I remember AIM. Oh my gosh. Oh, the early 2000s are back. They're so back. At least for me in terms of, like, music and, like, aesthetic and stuff like that. Like, oh. It's been kind of nice, like, seeing, like, a resurgence of, like, some stuff, but there's definitely some things where I'm like, okay, we need to just, like, kind of leave that behind. You know, like some of the, like, playground styles of joking that I was talking about earlier. That, like, quite frankly, a lot of, like, older adults probably partook in because we didn't know any better back then. That kind of stuff gets left behind. Thomas has seen better days, honestly, yeah. I also remember MySpace. I never really used it that much, but I remember it. It's kind of weird because, like, even when I was younger, I was never really, like, the social media type. I think, like, being online and, like, streaming and stuff like that is, like, the most social media thing I've ever done. And even then, it's like, I don't do it well, because it's like, I do not advertise myself at all, pretty much. And I don't know, just stuff like that, you know? Just stuff like that. I think if I ever, like, I don't know, I guess really, like, took advertising seriously or, like, got somebody to do it for me, I think it'd be just over, honestly. Like, if I had to point to, like, any one thing that I don't do that I should, it's probably that. It's probably that. Wait, so hold on, is this part also supposed to be green? God, because there's, like, rust and stuff all over this, man. Oh, jeez, okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that rust is gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough as hell. Okay, okay. That's okay. We'll do just, like, the, I guess, like, the initial pass over here. And just get the easy stuff first. At least they gave us like a really high power pressure washer for this one. That was pretty nice. That's definitely gonna make it easier. I think this is supposed to be green. Hold on, hold on. Turbo, yeah. See, look at that. That's not how that works. That's not how any of that works in real life, I don't think. I don't think you can just blast rust off like that, can you? Looks more like Mega Man's gun than a power washer. It so does. It so does. I see the resemblance. I see the resemblance. I see the resemblance. Man, speaking of Mega Man, I know I kind of like floated the idea like on the Discord server the other day, but like I do think it'd be kind of fun to, I guess, just kind of like, I don't know, just like make it a short-lived series kind of thing where it's like every now and again we'll just take a look at some retro games I've never played before, and like, you know, I'll let you guys like suggest some too, because like I don't know, I'm kind of interested, like which ones were your favorites. And as far as like what I mean by retro, I'd say like anything more than like 20 years old. Yeah, I'd say more than anything like 20 years old. I do think that'd be fun. It'd have to be ones that I've never played before though, because I do think there's a difference between like, I guess, going back and playing something you've played in the past, versus just going in completely blind and having no idea what you're doing. I do think there's a big difference there. I think it makes for a very different experience. I know I've like kind of already like shared like my favorite old game with you guys in a way, like, you know, with like the remake and stuff like that. But yeah. I mean, if that hadn't gotten a remake, I have no doubt I would have like played the old version like on stream sometime. Have I played any of the Sly Cooper games? I haven't, actually. I haven't. I have not played Sly Cooper. I haven't played Crash. I haven't played Spyro. I have acquired Crash and Spyro, though. I have acquired those. I guess like the Reignited trilogy for Spyro, and then the Insane trilogy for Crash. So I would like to do those sometime. Malicious on PS3. What kind of game is that? Oblivion's fine too? Maybe. I don't think I would do the remake though. Mostly just because from what I hear from some people, like there's still like a lot of, I guess, like optimization issues with that. That I don't know if they're gonna be fixed anytime soon, or if they've already been fixed or what, but last I had checked on it, that was still a pretty big problem. So I'd probably like stick to like some of the older versions of stuff, mostly. Toys for Bob really locked in on those remakes. Yeah, I heard they were really good. Also, they were on like a pretty deep discount, like on Steam a few months ago, so I just kind of ended up picking them up then. Because like Crash and Spyro are like two of those series where it's just like the, you know, if you wanna absolutely flabbergast somebody that was around back then, just tell them that you've never played those series. That's always just the what? You've never played X? You know, it's kind of that way with movies too. Like there's some movies where you tell them you've never seen it, and some people are just like, what? You've never seen that? So I don't know. It's a hit to my gamer cred, you know? We can't have that. But no, I was mostly like a Nintendo kid growing up, so I mostly only had like Nintendo consoles, like until, you know, I was an adult and moved out on my own. And then, you know, I moved in and my roommate had a PS2, so I did like encounter like some stuff for like PS2 especially that, you know, that I really liked. But yeah. But yeah, so there's quite a few things that I missed out on by being a Nintendo kid, almost specifically. But then again, you know, as a kid, that's not your choice, right? You tell people that you haven't seen Fight Club. Fair enough, fair enough. Boy, do I have 30 years of Super Robot Wars. Oh my gosh. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I think I would probably, like, stick to, like, one game per series, unless I really, really enjoy the series. Unless I really end up enjoying it, and then I'll do another one. Okay, well, it seems like that's mostly sand on the top, so that's not so bad. That's not so bad. This could have been so much worse. Alright, let's see here. But yeah, I think we just kind of like top to bottom this thing, personally. I think that's just kind of how we're going to go about this. But no, I do definitely think that that's something that'd be pretty fun to do. I do definitely want to get back to Pokemon Conquest soon. That I definitely want to get back to. I would like to actually beat that sometime, but we'll see. I don't know. Kind of where the run's at right now, it's not looking great. But you know, it's still potentially salvageable. It's still potentially salvageable. But yeah, I think if I fail the current run that we're on, I'll probably take a break from it for a bit before coming back to it. But I do wanna beat it sometime. I think we can do it. I think it's doable, even for me. I think it's doable even for me. But yeah, I think as far as like limitations and stuff like that, if it's something that I can stream and not like get like dinged for like excessive adult content or something like that on YouTube, like it's not gonna get my channel in trouble, then yeah. I think that's like the main, you know, the main limitations there. That and, you know, of course, needs to be like at least 20. Alright, let's see. Looking pretty okay right now. We're making some pretty good progress. Sonic Crash, Sly, Star Fox, Adventures. You know, I've actually played Star Fox Adventures. I actually legitimately enjoyed Star Fox Adventures. Like, maybe a hot take, but I actually really enjoyed Star Fox Adventures. I played that when it was new. I played that when it was new. And I have played most Sonic games also. So, unfortunately, those are mostly going to be off the table, because I have played pretty much all the old Sonic games. Let's see. I think the only one that I didn't play, I think the only one that I didn't really like get like a lot of experience with, was probably Spinball. Sonic Spinball. Which I know that is a very, very different kind of game, but I don't know. I also think that makes it kind of charming. I have been kind of like fiending for like some old pinball games, so maybe that could be something worth visiting. Sonic Adventure 1? Yes, I have done that. Oh, Chaotix! I haven't done that one. That's actually one that I haven't done. Yeah, that's actually one that I've never played. Mostly just because, like, I could never get my hands on it. Like, if it had been accessible to me in any way, then I would have likely played it. But no, I never got the chance to play that one. But yeah, Sonic 1, 2, 3. I played those. I played Sonic CD. I played Sonic 3D Blast. Which, oh boy, Sonic 3D Blast, man. Oh, gosh. But no, the, you know, like, the music that plays in Sonic 3D Blast when it gives you, like, I guess, like, the little story bit? That music has, like, lived rent-free in my head ever since I was a kid. Like, just every now and again, it'll come back out of nowhere, and then I have to go hear it again. I don't know why that tune in particular, like, stuck with me as much as it did, but boy, did it. Boy, did it. But yeah, that one, like, really, really stuck with me somehow. Not nearly as much as, like, Sonic Adventure 2's, like, whole soundtrack, but, you know. You know, that's like comparing apples to oranges right there. And as people may or may not know, I'm not the biggest fan of oranges. All right. Okay, there we go. We're getting this. There's a lot of, I guess, like, mechanical bits to get to here, though. Damn. Maybe I shouldn't have taken on this last one. It'll be okay, though. It's okay. Sonic R. I have played Sonic R. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Honestly, like, if I can, like, get, like, more confident with my singing and stuff like that, I do think that, like, a Sonic theme, just karaoke session would be really fun sometime. Because, like, what? You got, like, Sonic Adventure, like, 1 and 2's, like, whole soundtrack. You got, like, the iconic ones, like, you know, Super Sonic Racing. Yeah. I don't know. There's so much there. There's so much there. There's so much there. Twinkle Park bumper car level. Yeah. But yeah, I've even played Sonic 06, so you can't recommend that one either. Like, it would be old enough to qualify, but I've already played it. I played it when that was new. Oh gosh. Oh, I think that was like the one Sonic game that I played where I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so trash, please. Why is this so trash? I think that's like the one Sonic game where I was just like, I can't. I finished it, I even finished it, and I was just like, just kill me, release me from my suffering. Oh, man. Also, like, I know they don't have lyrics to them, but man, like, the older Sonic games, like, those just, like, had some straight heaters there. Those just had, like, some straight heaters. Like, God, like, Mystic Cave Zone, I love that one. Love that track so much. Love that track so much. I think that one and, like, Flying Battery Zone were probably my favorites. But I think everybody's favorite is Flying Battery Zone, you know? I think that's, like, everybody's favorite, because that's been, like, remixed, like, 85,000 times, approximately. It's no use! Oh, my God. Oh, Sonic 06, please. What happened there, bro? I actually think I watched a Magnet Muscles video where it was, like, the what happened, but it was with Sonic 06? I think so, at least. And it was just basically, they got rushed, basically, and, you know, it was nowhere close to ready when they were pretty much made to put it out, if I understand correctly, which, I mean, that tracks with how just awful everything was. Do I know about Sage 2026? I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I don't think I've heard of that. That sounds interesting, though. Like, what's that about? Rouge and Knuckles levels having your favorite genres in music. Yeah, totally. Totally. Actually, okay, like, hold on. That actually gives me, like, a fun idea. Because let's see. I mean, as some of you guys know, because it's like, I haven't really done it on stream, mostly because I don't have a kitchen that's set up for it. But, I really love to bake. I really love to bake. Let's just, you know, get that bit out of the way, I guess. I've had, I guess, like, some ideas that are, like, I guess, kind of like loosely based on like video game concepts as far as like stuff to bake, making them like themed and stuff like that. And there's actually an idea that I had for like a pumpkin cake roll. That's like, you know, it's the Pumpkin Hill roll. And then like on the inside, I have homemade toffee bits that are colored green. You know, Shards of the Master Emerald. But yeah, no, it's yeah, I made it just like show like some friends online, like back when I first had the idea, but it's like, you know, it's the Pumpkin Hill roll. It's the Pumpkin Hill cake roll. You don't follow the idea? That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, Pumpkin Hill is like a song for like Sonic karaoke would be fun. That would be fun. Cause it's funny, cause like I know for like the Persona karaoke that's coming up next month, which, you know, hey, by the way, if you still wanted to contribute to that, you've got like a little less than a week, because this Saturday is the deadline. But yeah, I know I outsourced like most of the rap bits for some of those songs. I know I outsourced those. It's not that I can't do them. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. It's not that I can't do them. It's that they overlap with the singing parts. So I would not be able to do both at the same time. And also, like I said, you know, it gives you it gives you guys a chance to get on in that, you know? It's not that you can't prove it. Damn it! Well, now I have to. Well, now I have to prove it. Damn it. Now I have to. Son of a bitch. I mean, I was already planning on, I guess, like, you know, I was already planning on showing you guys during that show anyway, so I guess it'd just be a little bit of a teaser, right? It would just be a little bit of a teaser. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I can do that. Amish Paradise. No, I was thinking actually going maybe a little fast. It's more just I guess like the voice like for Lotus Juice is like so low. That even, I guess, like, doing my own kind of, like, rendition of it, it's keeping me, like, in my low tones for too long, which is gonna, like, wear out my throat. So that's one of the main reasons, that and not having to, you know, I guess, like, re-record the whole song each time for myself so I can have backing lyrics. Yeah, it's a mix of both of those. But it's okay. It's okay. I can show you doubters. It's fine. I can show you doubters. It's gonna get this video demonetized, but that's okay. I'm so small, I really don't make anything anyway. I couldn't care less about that. Just the only problem is, you know, leaving copyrighted stuff up, does, you know, cause a little bit of an issue. It'll probably just have to be something that I go back and, like, edit out. Oh man, Hardware Store is such a good Weird Al song. Like it doesn't hold a candle to Albuquerque, but Hardware Store is still very good. I've actually seen him live before. It was really fun. It was really fun. It was very fun. Okay, let's see. How close to done am I? Up 76%? That's it? I've got so much more to do. Holy shit. Stuck in the drive-thru. That's also a very good one. That's also a very good one. Yes. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, I actually got up here. I wasn't expecting to make it, actually. I was preemptively lamenting my lack of jumping ability, but never mind. We made it. It's cool. It's cool. I'm not relevant enough. It's true. It's true. It's true. Where it's like, does it kind of scuttle my numbers a little bit when I gotta, you know, have things be unarchived? Yes, but, you know, whatever. Whatever. Alright, let's see. But then again, I mean, I'm probably always gonna be doing stuff like that, so if I ever do, I guess, become like quote unquote like successful, you know? What most people would call successful, it's gonna be in spite of myself. It is 1000% gonna be in spite of myself. And I think that makes it even more interesting, to be honest. Like, do I ever expect that's gonna happen? No, but if it does, it's gonna be in spite of myself. Alright, let's see. What else do we need to do? We're at 81%. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's do our turbo nozzle here. Yep, I think this is the kind of stuff we gotta do. Kind of stuff right here. It's like stuck on the metal, so we really gotta like blast it off. Advertise me against my will. You know, yeah, sure. I mean, I will always like forever make jokes about like, you know, if like someone on the server like mentions like a friend outside the server, I'm like, and yet you don't bring them here. Curious. Mostly just because I think it's a funny joke. Like, I hope nobody actually takes me seriously on that. I hope nobody actually takes me seriously on that. Mostly because I don't know what the hell I would do if someone actually did take me seriously on that. Be like, oh yeah, you kept making the joke about bringing your friends, so I brought one. Oh shit, now what do I do? Oh gosh. Yep, that's kind of where I'd be at. Just like, well shit, now what do I do? Now what? Because honestly, if I don't have jokes, what do I even have? What do I even have if I don't have jokes? I don't think I can bring my boss to the server. Yeah, because then he'd find out about all the stuff that you're not supposed to be doing while you're working. That would be a bit of a problem, wouldn't it? That would be a little bit of an issue, wouldn't it? Maybe just a little bit. Oh, man. It's okay, your coworkers already know about me. I'm sorry. I will never forget that. I will never forget that. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Mostly just because I know I've done something similar in the past where it's like I sent somebody something that I did not mean to send them, and they got to see a different side of me that they didn't know I had, or like an interest of mine they didn't know I had. So I've been there. That's why it is so funny to me. Oh man. Yeah, that's always gonna be funny to me. Alright, let's see. Let's see here. Gotta get really under this here. I got most of it already. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's see. Ah, there we go. go. Got a little piece right there. Some bits right there. Just a few little bits. Let's see here. That looks pretty good, actually. What about over... Yep, there we go. There's some more. Ah, okay. There's a bunch right here, too. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm too close, actually. I'm actually too close. Okay, okay, let's see. Let's get a little bit... Okay. Thank you. There we go. There we go. That's more like it. That's more like it. Okay. Invite my extended family. I mean, if you want to. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. So that looks good. Smoke box. I mean, where I'm from, we just call a smoke box a pack of cigarettes. That's what we call those around here. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so is the smoke box actually done now? Let's see. Nope, it's not. It's not. Of course it isn't. Door handle? Did I not get it? Really? Is it still not done somehow? No, okay, the door handle is done. Okay. Where's the remaining stuff on the smoke box? What the heck, man? I'm being scammed here. Horrible people. No, I getcha. I getcha. I figured you were joking. I figured you were joking. I mean, you guys would know best if, you know, the people in your life would fit in well here or not. So of course I would leave that to y'all's best judgment. Alright, let's see. Let's see. I'm only at 87%. This is taking so long. This is taking so long. I might need to cuck us on finishing this train, unfortunately. Mostly just because it feels like I've still got like so many, I guess, like little pieces here to do. That's gonna take a while, and I've got something to prove to you guys. I have something to prove to you guys. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave it about like 90% done. Sorry, you smoked it. How the heck are we supposed to get that off? That's a great question. I have that question about many areas they expect us to wash off. But all right, let's see here. This one little bit. Come on, come on. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many little, I guess, just like little bitty areas where it's like, oh, what's I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? Right, I'll get this wooden part, and then I'm calling it here. Calling it here. And I'll show you guys a little something before we get out of here today. By the way, if you don't like it, blame Index. It's his fault. It's his fault. He had to challenge me. He couldn't just take my word for it. He couldn't just take my word for it. SMH. It's like I lie to you guys constantly or something. Okay. Alright. Yep, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I know I keep saying I'm gonna leave it and then not leaving it, but I really am gonna leave it. Okay. Alright. sometimes it clears with a decent amount of dirt on still, and other times it feels like every particle needs to be washed. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it feels very inconsistent. But okay. So let's hold on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this a little differently here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and switch over, shall we? Yeah. Okay. I don't even have chat set up here because I wasn't expecting to use this sometime today. But anyway, let me go ahead and hold on. Let me get this set up. Okay. Let's see. Close this out. Clean the contour nest. Yeah, pretty much. All right. We're invisible, everyone. Go wild. Not for long, you're not. Yeah, I fixed it. That's right. I'm not even gonna do like any I guess like mic settings or anything like that. So I'm just gonna kind of do this raw, and if y'all don't like it, y'all don't like it. So you only get first verse though. So yeah. You only get first verse. Okay, let's see. Let's do this one. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure my desktop audio is muted real quick. Word. True. What are we doing? Index doubted me when I said I can rap. So so we're doing that. Let's see. Check my sound levels here. This needs to go up some. I think this works. As in my gift wrapping game is whack. Okay, well that one I'm not going to dispute because that's just true. That's just true and real. All right. Okay. Let's see. The only thing is like I'm nervous now, so like I hope I don't trip over my words too much. All right. Hold up. Let me get a drink of water real quick. I'm ready though. I'm ready as I'm gonna be. Like I said, you're only getting first verse. You'll get the whole thing maybe for Persona karaoke. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, hey, if nobody submits for it, then I'm gonna have to do the other part myself, aren't I? Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's see how well I can do this sitting down. I breathe better standing up, but it's fine. It'll be fine. It's those unintelligent monsters saying it. What are they thinking? Please explain it. Don't bring me this crap. Can't waste time. What up is this? Can't copy and paste on. Doing it better now. Selling for another regular. Another from enemies. Hey, I'm telling you, breaking it down to the level of molecular. Better be wise when you're choosing battles, mostly babbles. You know one of those big time shady flows that we're fighting for. Drop these bars in my sleep, get these tricks up my sleeve. It's far too late for you to leave now. I told you I could do it. This one I actually kind of learned a little bit because I'm like, okay, they don't overlap, so I can maybe do both of those. So if nobody submits for those, then I guess I will. Yeah. Like, I'm capable. It's not that I'm not capable. Okay, so you wrap this one and I'll submit for the singing. Oh my gosh. I can do that too, though. But anyway, yeah, that's probably gonna have to get cut out for copyright stuff, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll do that after stream. But that is where I'm gonna leave it for today. I hope you guys had a good time. I certainly did. And yeah, I will be back on Wednesday. We're playing some Jenny the Witch. I did get a code for that, so that is gonna be sponsored. But yeah, I did play the demo for that during February Next Fest. Yeah, I did play that during February's Next Fest, like just in my own time, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm pretty interested in seeing what the full game's all about. Let's see. Do I want to redirect anybody today? I actually don't see anybody on. That's crazy. That's actually wild for me. But anyway, okay, then I guess I'm not going to. But yeah, take care. Have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye bye. Disturbing the peace. Look into my eyes. Now tell me the things you blabbing about behind my back. Good night, everybody.